Hey everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of Baseless Speculation, all the pop culture news on the research so you don't have to. I'm Joel.
I'm Jackson.
I'm Joel.
Now boys, what do we think is going to happen in the Bagpuss movie?
Bagpuss.
Yeah.
So some of you...
And revenue.
And revenue. And you, YouTube.
Nathan, you're editing this. Could you please bleep that? For
Yeah.
the love of God.
Just bleep everything Douche just
Everything
said.
Douche just said there, or maybe just
Maybe even for the rest of the episode. Maybe put
Can
Douche
we
on a
just-
bleep timeout.
Yeah. In fact, could you just quickly cut right now? You could just maybe do 30 seconds of cute,
Nature footage.
cute cat videos.
Okay.
Cat pictures. This is nature
Copyright strike.
yeah, maybe source them from
Stock. I think the
stock
best thing
footage.
to cut to instead of Douche would be stock footage of a steel mill.
Yeah. Nath,
People making rebar and pipes.
yeah. So if you just
Yeah.
Just
That'd
so we
be
can get
just
under
for
the
that
line.
section.
Anyway.
So you might be watching this episode of, or listening to this episode of Baseless
Did you
Speculation.
fill this so it clears the 1 minute so when I swear again, it's fine?
I don't know, dude. I don't know.
I don't trust
Every
YouTube.
episode
I don't trust you.
Every episode
Tube.
of Baseless Speculation should start with a minute of steel mill footage, just to get us over the line.
Just to get us over the line.
And then we can swear to our heart's content.
And if you're watching
no.
this on YouTube,
Yeah.
thank you. Jump in the comments, say, I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm here and I'm watching.
Yeah.
in the comments, jump the do that. I'm here. I'm
But
watching. Give
if
us
you-
a give us
if
a
you
Give us a
like.
like, give us a
If you-
subscribe.
Watch it all.
If you
Yeah.
heard me censored
Yeah.
and you're like, that's disgusting, why not simply listen to it as well through your podcast app of
Exactly.
choice? And then if you listen on a platform where you can comment on there, be like, I'm here and I'm listening
Exactly.
again. You gotta make sure you add again.
Yeah.
But if you only I'll
You should
watch-
also subscribe to Baseless Speculation Plus,
Yeah,
where we do audio where we can swear to our heart's content. And maybe
Yeah.
we'll release a fuck episode.
Wow, I really hope Baseless Speculation one day say fuck.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
That would be nice. Anyway, so you might be listening or watching this episode of Baseless Speculation, and you might be going, what is Bagpuss?
Bagpuss is a
Understandable.
Horrendous little
A
creature.
wretched character. We have it on Douche's desk if you want a visual.
Some horrendous listener sent it in.
Yeah, exactly.
Horrible,
Truly
filthy
disgusting.
listener sent in a horrible, filthy bag puss.
Yeah.
now before, and this is big since the first word out of my the first sentence out of my mouth in this episode was, and I'm Joel.
Yeah.
And then the second sentence out of my mouth was fuck Bagpuss.
Yeah.
But before we get two on the front foot about
Okay.
hating on Bagpuss,
Yeah.
let's settle into pretending that we like Bagpuss and we're a child in the 70s in England and we're just
Can't
glad-
wait to smoke a cigarette.
I love the Queen, bag puss.
The Queen gives me cigarettes when she comes to me school.
Exactly. I go down and get some fish and chips.
I'm so
and
glad it's not the Blitz anymore.
Yeah,
Mum
some
keeps
newspaper.
talking about the Blitz.
I'm a child, so I obviously didn't live through the Blitz, but I'm aware of
I've
it.
For
heard
some
about it.
reason, my education is mostly Blitz related.
Well, it would be.
Yeah, I've just
In the
just
70s?
just come out of Blitz class when the Blitz was
Oh,
what,
yeah,
like
I got-
30 years
sorry.
ago.
Oh, yeah, I got homework, math, Blitz.
Blitz awareness.
Blitz
Blitz
101.
awareness
I don't know what
studies.
accent I've been doing at all. It's not anything.
Yeah.
Hello. Hello, I'm upset because my Blitz class got cancelled.
Oh, you love Blitz class.
Miss, is Blitz class cancelled again?
Hello,
doing so well. Got my A's in.
Asian turning the lights off and being quiet in the corner so the Nazis don't know to bomb me house.
That is the beauty of Blitz class.
Anyway.
It is important. You're
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
actually.
yeah. It's energy saving.
Yeah.
It teaches children to be quiet.
Yeah, which
to
is
be
so
seen,
important.
to be not seen nor
Nor
heard.
because the Nazis are coming.
Yeah.
Yeah. Teaching
Blimps?
fear and hope.
Zeppelins.
Yeah.
Don't know the difference.
Smaller, I'm guessing.
They're all dirigibles.
Yeah.
So what do we think of that?
Yeah, I think good things. Anyway,
Yeah.
if you don't know what Bagpuss is a stuffed cloth cat.
Mm-hmm.
And in the intro song, which we love before we just like, because we're staying positive at the
Music to
moment.
my ears. Music to my
I like
ears.
when it goes plonk.
Yeah.
It's not at all haunting
Yeah.
or terrifying.
It doesn't make me feel like I'm dying in a hospital
No.
bed.
Yeah.
And all my family
During
have
the-
abandoned me. Blitz, obviously.
Yeah.
And I said, please don't turn off my medical equipment. It's
yeah.
keeping me alive.
Is
And they
it
say,
maybe like the reason why we love maybe the reason why we love Bagpuss so much is because when the Blitz is happening, we can watch it on like mute.
Yeah, and we
so we don't have to hear the horrendous intro, and we can make up our own
Plus-
like plots.
if I was watching Bagpuss in the 1970s during the Blitz,
Yeah.
and I was playing it out loud, I think the Nazis that are about to storm
They're
my
too
house,
scared.
Yeah,
they'd hear,
yeah.
"Bung, bung," and they'd be like,
Yes, the Nazis
Hans,
storming
turn around.
in the 70s.
See, Hans, this house ghost.
Arnold
Yeah.
Schwarzenegger?
No.
I really like Z Hans, too. That's like me if we were raiding a place, me being like, the Joel. The Joel, turn around.
The Chad.
Yeah.
Chat, oh, that's true.
Yeah. It was
Chad,
just
is this real? Yeah.
The Chad, is this real?
I
Yeah,
really
the
like-
Chad.
Your accent's really good for an Arnie. Well, no, that's not true. But it's at least if you said that was Arnie, I'd believe it.
Yeah.
Can you say get to the chopper?
No.
Aw.
Why not?
Get to the chop. Yeah,
That's
see,
pretty good.
Yeah.
Get to the chopper. Anyway, Bagpuss. It's a saggy, stuffed cloth cat.
Saggy.
Yeah. Saggy cat.
It is
Saggy
saggy.
cat. It is.
Yeah.
I know.
and the eponymous star of the
It's a saggy old cloth cat, baggy and a bit loose at the seams. The intro song describes Bagpuss, and boy, howdy do I disagree with this.
Yeah.
As the most important, most beautiful, most magical, saggy old cloth cat in the whole wide world.
Mm-hmm.
Whole
Can you
wide
name
world.
a better one?
Yeah. Can you think of another cloth cat?
Saggy.
Just
Except
a
the cloth.
fucking. If
Just
I
a
took
rag.
a
Yeah.
shit.
Winnie the Pooh's basically a cat.
It's not, I wouldn't call him saggy or cloth.
Well, he's made of cloth. He's a fucking stuffed toy, dude. The
Yeah.
only Winnie the Pooh character that's not is, I think, Owl.
Okay.
He's a real owl.
Okay, now question. Are stuffed toys actually made of cloth?
Yeah, what else are they going to be made of?
Not
Leather?
cloth.
You have a leather toy bear.
That's a football.
Yeah, no, but yeah, what is what? Like,
Jock
Yeah,
Christopher Robin.
yeah.
Well, but it's not.
Silly
I
old
wouldn't-
football.
I mean,
like
like maybe
it's
like a toy, like a stuffed pig.
Yeah.
It's made of leather.
Fucked
Pig
up.
leather.
Yeah.
Fucked up.
Whoa.
Anyway,
No, I
Feeling
think it's
that-
made of
It's all
cloth. It's all
cloth, right?
Is fabric cloth? Like, as in,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
is cloth any?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Fabric is cloth.
Yes.
Yeah, but like, okay.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I'd say a cloth. Like, if I said this is a rag, you'd be like, that's cloth. But if I
Yeah.
said this is fabric,
That-
cloth.
Well,
That's
yeah.
what I'm
Cloth is a
checking.
type of fabric, I guess.
Yeah, but
Is it?
Is it?
I'll find out.
Or is fabric
Cloth.
the catch-all?
Or is cloth the catch-all?
Cloth
I
the
suspect
catch-all.
neither are like,
Is this like a whole fish bullshit thing
Yeah,
again?
where, like, there's
it's
no
sort of
real
like,
fish.
well,
a
it's only
woven or felted
interchangeable.
fabric made from wool, cotton, or a similar fiber.
Mhm.
Woven or felted, not necessarily.
made from wool, cotton, or a similar fiber. So it's like,
That's
like,
what cloth is? Or that
yeah,
what, okay.
that's what cloth is.
And fabric is...
I don't think that's much of a difference, to be honest.
A cloth or other material.
Okay.
Oh, I see where
I see what's
sort
happened.
of like a little bit of a a robber situation.
Yeah.
here.
So,
Just keep going round and round in circles.
Cloth
Yes.
is no.
Cloth,
Cloth
is
No,
is
no, no,
fabric, and
fabric-
fabric's
fabric
cloth.
is cloth?
Fabric is the catch-all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cloth is slightly more specific.
But not heaps more specific, because
No.
it can be cotton or wool.
And fabric is cloth or other material produced by weaving or knitting fibers.
Okay.
So fabric is fibers coming knitted
So
together.
a cloth is always a fabric, but a fabric's not always a cloth.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Just like how all apes are hominid, but not all hominids are apes.
I'm saying that every day, brother.
All apes are humanoid? Some ape rule. Anyway, so Bagpuss is the
Bagpuss-
star of a 1970s children's television series, which first came to our attention when I was reading an article in a magazine for something called Hauntology, which is like a kind
in
of...
the Playboy column.
I was reading Playboy.
Like it's crazy because this is like deep like SANSPANTS almost SANSPANTS lore here. Like
Absolutely.
we've known about Bagpuss almost within like year one.
Yeah,
year
since
two.
the Latrobe days, we've known about Bagpuss.
And I guess it just
but
must have just flew under your radar,
Yes.
JD, because we're all just like Bagpuss is horrendous.
Yeah, it wasn't
and then
until-
only like
Well, I mean, deep SANSPANTS lore, and it's not that deep.
Yeah.
You two and Adam lived together.
Yes,
for
yeah.
for
But I think
2
this was
years.
even prior to
this
that.
was prior to that.
No, but like things like this that might have come up offhandedly in maybe episode of our sister show D&D is for Nerds or during a D&D is for Nerds.
I think it's
a
more
discussion.
of a JBSA maybe, or even
Could have
honestly,
been.
this was like Latrobe era.
Yeah, but
this could have
even
even been prior to SANSPANTS, theoretically.
yeah,
But when this is happening,
Yeah,
this
you're
just
elsewhere.
flies under the radar. I'm elsewhere. But then as it becomes a thing,
Yeah.
you're living together.
Yes, yeah.
So I'm also
flippin'.
elsewhere.
Yeah.
Mother flipping
Bagpuss. Anyway, and so the specific theme song for Bagpuss, this article I was reading in Playboy described it as being hauntology, which is a kind of genre of everything, like music, film, whatever, that's sort of like unsettling nostalgia. And anyway, it came up on a Thumb Cramps, and we've become, a sort of running gag is playing the Bagpuss theme song. But what do you know? And maybe we did this. I don't know.
The resurgence of talking about Bagpuss and like Bagpuss searches have never been higher.
They are making a Bagpuss film, which is described, I'm fairly sure, as a sequel to the 1970s TV
It's
show.
even more
And
awful.
what I love even more is they continually describe Bagpuss as having reawoken. And now, obviously, that's because in the show, if you're unaware, Bagpuss is often sleeping, and then he's awoken by the the subject of the episode or whatever. But it really makes him sound like the devil.
Yeah, it makes him sound like some kind of Aldrich god.
Absolutely.
So-
It's like, from its deep slumber.
From the from the depths,
Okay,
from deep
Bagpuss
beneath
is reawoken
the umbral
from...
sea.
Okay, cool.
So, Bagpuss has kind of popped back up on radars that aren't just ours.
No way.
Because, I mean, we now know this because they're making a movie. But so the original run of Bagpuss, I guess actually the premise of the show is that there is a girl called Emily.
Yeah.
Yes. Emily works at a shop with her family, but the shop doesn't actually sell anything. It's just a lost and found thing, basically. And Bagpuss, a bunch of mice that live in a pipe organ, a rag doll,
Professor Yaffle, who is a bookend.
Awful.
Terrible.
a woodpecker. Oh wait, no, that's
Professor
that is
Yaffle,
Professor
bro.
Yaffle.
He's a woodpecker. Yeah.
Gabriel the Toad. They're all toys, and basically they come to life when everyone leaves. And the premise of the episodes is that Emily brings a broken thing she's found from the street, dumps it in the room, and then Bagpuss and their friends have to figure out what it is and how to fix it.
And then they fix it. Often Bagpuss will tell a story or sing a song. And then at the end, they put it in the shop window and they go, well, maybe the owner will come back.
Yeah.
If you're Australian, I think the closest we have, and it's not really perfect, is Johnson and Friends, which has an equally unsettling aura, dude.
I hated that show
It's
so
because
much.
it's
I always got
evil.
Johnson
It
and-
feels evil.
I got
Oh,
Johnson and
that-
Friends really confused with Johnson and Johnson, which is medical supplies and shampoo.
Well, you was a
the
kid watching Johnson and Friends and being like, this is weird shampoo.
Well, no, I was
It's a
excited
horrible,
about using the
horrible,
shampoo. And then I was like, oh, it's just shampoo.
I see.
yeah.
But I also
They're,
wasn't a Johnson and Friends guy.
Yeah,
I think I just thought that Johnson and Johnson, and if Johnson and Friends and Johnson's the same, then Johnson and Johnson shampoo would be exciting. Even though I was not excited by Johnson and Friends.
That's so
yeah,
funny.
Johnson, they're just like a horrible pharmaceutical company.
Yeah.
They just do horrible things.
Yeah.
Kill dogs or something.
Yeah.
Well, not just that. I know, like, their moisturizer. I remember talking to, like, some medical professional years ago, being like, even though, like, it's, use your moisturizer. It's like, he's like, it sucks. I fucking hate this so
Really?
much. All it's doing is, like, sucking all, like, the deep moisture in your body up to the surface level. So it's actually just doing more harm.
It's
than good.
dehydrating you, really.
And then I think, are they also the ones that got sued shit because of talcum powder and the cancer causing this?
Yeah, I think so.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
Irradiate
Anyway.
your babies.
Yeah, dude.
Anyway, so Emily sings Bagpuss a song that goes, Bagpuss, dear Bagpuss, old fat fairy cat puss. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wake up and look at this thing I bring. Wake up, be bright, be golden and light. Bagpuss, oh, hear what I sing.
Yeah.
Now, it's worth noting that with this description, like, okay, yeah, fun kids show.
Yeah.
Emily brings stuff to the team. Bagpuss, who she describes in the song as being bright, be golden and light.
Yeah.
And also you're like, oh, he fixes things and tells stories and stuff. You'd expect him to be like a wise old
friendly?
chipper man, but his voice is like, hello, oh, why am I
He
awake?
sounds like he's crying at all times.
Yeah.
And he looks like
It's
he's
a
crying
weepy
at all
voice.
times.
I'm Bagpuss.
what have you brought for me, Bagpuss?
And he's also really fucking stupid.
Yeah, and he
What's
moves with a kind of horrible
this?
stop motion. I mean, every character does, with a kind of terrible stop motion that makes you feel a bit sick.
Yeah.
Makes you feel like you're seeing the devil. So it's, well, I think.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, they released 13 episodes.
Yeah.
Between
So British.
February 12, 1974 and May 7th, 1974.
Yeah.
One season, 13 episodes.
Like Mr.
Bang.
Bean, dude.
Done.
One season 2.
Does watching it often, like, it feels a little bit like lost media.
Yeah.
It feels like we're watching something that was
Well,
produced and
yeah.
then they just shelved.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
only really been unearthed. Like, it was made during the Blitz and then
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
discovered in the... Like, it just really shouldn't exist.
Yeah.
Truly,
Anyway,
personally.
so
My
yeah,
personal- my personal
Time
opinion.
passes. People love Bagpuss. Time passes, then the legacy starts to grow. The creators get an honorary degree at the University of Kent in 1987, so 15 years after.
Yeah.
Man, everyone loves this goddamn...
Then in
Everyone loves fucking
1999,
Bagpuss, Yeah.
Bagpuss came first in a BBC poll selecting the nation's favorite children's program.
Jesus Christ. Turn of the
What?
millennium. What are we
What
doing?
the fuck?
And then in 2000, so that's, but you're like, okay, that's just BBC program.
Yeah.
So like, what, it beat Doctor Who,
Yeah.
which is crazy, but okay, okay.
Sure. Whatever.
But then Channel 4 ran a poll that was open to 100 greatest kids TV shows in 200001, so just all of them, and it came fourth.
Bizarre,
do you
dude.
have what came one,
Okay,
two,
what
and
came
three?
first? Good
What was the
question.
podium finish?
Yeah.
Well, I like that.
Simpsons was one.
Nice,
That's
dude.
good.
No!
I like that Bagpuss didn't get a medal.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, but in a poll,
Hey, look,
Well, it's
hey,
crazy.
hey,
It's
hey,
crazy.
Hey, I'm taking the wins where I can.
Yeah, exactly.
And the fact that Bagpuss doesn't get a medal, that's a win for
We'll
me.
take, dude. We'll accept. I love that Simpsons was number one.
Yeah.
It's very funny.
it goes,
to me.
okay,
Yeah.
The Simpsons,
Nice.
The Muppet Show,
Good choice.
Okay.
Danger Mouse,
Oh yeah.
Danger Man.
Danger Mouse is a
Bagpuss.
classic.
Oh, yeah,
Danger
yeah,
Mouse
yeah,
is an
yeah.
example of a good British children's TV show.
and
I
then
love Danger Mouse.
Grange Hill was fifth.
Yeah, of course.
What the fuck is Grange Hill?
Ask
Coming
your
up with
British
fake-
wife, she'll
Coming
know.
up with British shows is so easy.
Where's
Bubbit.
my...
Bobbit.
Yeah, and that'd be a detective show. You
I'm going to
know?
measure right now.
You know why I know
Hun.
she'll know? It's a Grange Hill, like
what
the wine.
the fuck
Yeah.
is Grange Hill?
She'll be like, oh,
She's probably out with the mothers group right now after doing like rhyme time with all the babies, and
Yeah.
then she's sitting there with the coffee, having some wonderful chat.
Looking at her
Looks at her
phone.
phone and being like, "What the fuck?
What is my husband
stupid
doing?"
husband has asked."
she's like, oh, he's just, yeah, because Grange Hill is a kid's show that was a launch pad for many UK soap stars.
Oh.
So, like, a lot of people would be like, oh my God, I don't know, it'd be like,
You're EastEnders. I saw you on Grange Hill.
oh, it's Larry EastEnders.
Larry EastEnders from Grange Hill is now on EastEnders.
Oh!
Bob and Croppett from EastEnders, he started on Grange Hill.
Oh, Brent Gumfrip from EastEnders. Oh, Peter Postellus from EastEnders.
Yeah,
I love Stephanie McClub the Third.
from
From
EastEnders.
EastEnders, she's my favourite.
Isn't it? It's so funny to me. I don't know why. Because
Imagine
it's-
turning on the TV in England.
yeah, imagine being English and watching The Simpsons.
Imagine being English and listening to baseless speculation, where a majority of our audience are from.
Yeah.
Well, okay, well, we were Australian.
I know.
and
It's
watched
ridiculous.
The
But if I
Simpsons.
imagine a British child watching an episode of The Simpsons, that's ridiculous
Well,
to
it's
me.
crazy to go from, like, say, the Simpsons then to Bagpuss.
Yeah, that feels really wrong.
It's like, you know,
2001 seems to be a crazy year for voting, though.
Yeah.
Teletubbies came 90th. Homer Simpson won greatest TV character of all time, but the honorable mentions that they mention here are insane.
Yeah.
So it's like, Homer Simpson won, and here's some people that he beat out that you might be like, what? Homer beat him?
Yeah.
Basil Fawlty. Okay, yeah, it's
Yeah, of
in
course,
British,
sure.
Ollie G.
Well, it was 2001.
Yeah.
That was the height of Ali G's power.
Yeah.
Yeah,
let's
had
be
Ollie
honest.
G even been in the house yet?
I don't think so. That was like 2003, maybe.
I don't know.
Man, I've nailed
Maybe.
2002.
Fuck,
You were
it was close.
close.
Yeah.
And Inspector Morse.
Inspector Morse. He's a classic British detective.
Yeah, he's
And this was in a poll of, was this we're still talking children?
No,
Like
no, no,
children's
no, no, no,
TV?
no, no.
Because I'm Inspector Morse.
Well, no,
I'm
no,
like,
no.
Ali G, I'm like, all right, I mean, look, hey.
It didn't really seem like it was aimed at children.
But
no,
I
no,
guess
that's-
kids could like latch on because
Yeah.
I remember being in
Those
like, fair
characters-
enough.
Yeah.
Inspector Morse. I don't know if that's any British.
Those-
That makes sense. I
Yeah.
mean, if they love Bagpuss,
Yeah,
they love
they'll love
Inspector Morse.
Inspector Morse.
Man,
No.
they raise their kids fucking wrong.
no. The characters one is
Yeah,
just
yeah.
greatest
Just
TV
greatest TV
characters
characters,
of
yeah,
all
yeah,
time.
yeah,
Anyway,
Inspector Morse. What's that British detective show? Is it called like Pie in the
There's so
Sky or
many.
something?
There's so
It's
many.
the guy
Bill?
who played. No, the guy who played.
I love playing this game,
Yeah.
and then
Is
you
our
go like,
editor
"Oh,
British?
hey, yeah, both, yeah, both."
yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
we
Can you
apologize.
edit in the Bill theme song? Oh, great song.
Great, yeah, it's just you
Yeah.
can just have it like under this next segment.
Yeah, just coming in and out.
coming in and out. But yeah, it's a fun game to be like, is it this British detective show? And you
Yeah.
describe something that maybe is like a detective show,
Yeah.
but it sounds so run of the mill until there's a little twist, and then everyone's like, "What the fuck are you
Yeah.
talking
Well,
about?"
this is the
and
show.
then it just keeps happening.
Yeah,
Go
tell
on.
me if you remember this show. Okay, so it stars the guy who played Vernon Dursley in the Harry Potter movies.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's called something like A Touch of Pie, or Pie in the Sky, or the John Pie Mystery.
Yeah.
And I think the premise is that possibly he was a detective or a cop, then he retired to become a baker in a small town.
Nice.
And he solves mysteries.
Nice.
And he's a bit of a gourmand, so he loves eating food. And he's like, a larger man, and also he solves crime.
Right.
You nailed it. Pie in the Sky.
Pie in the Sky, dude.
Yeah, excited. Like it's the one with the guy who was the dad in 28 months later or whatever it was. The middle one
Okay.
is like Carlisle.
Oh, yeah.
The one that goes into a zombie, and then his name is maybe Hamish, and he's maybe like a cop or retired, whatever. He goes to a small little town.
Yeah.
He helps solve crimes with his little dog called Jock. And then there's one episode, I think it's a two-parter, where someone steps on a landmine.
All right.
That's burnt in. I think it might just be called Hamish.
And that would make sense.
Richard Griffiths was almost the fifth Doctor. They asked him, but he was unavailable.
He would have been a good doctor.
Yeah, and that means that we would have, because pretty sure fifth Doctor. Oh wait, no, I'm thinking of a different guy.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been instead of the guy that had the kid that David Tennant married in real life.
Oh,
guy?
Yeah, Scott.
Cricket
Baker?
guy.
Oh,
No,
cricket guy.
Baker guy is 4.
Yeah, I
Baker
know.
guy. Tom Baker is 4.
Yeah, the cricket
Peter.
fella.
Anyway, fifth Doctor.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
I know he's the famous one. I mean,
Yeah.
they're all famous. They're fucking.
Yeah, they're Doctor Who's. Yeah, dude. Yeah, British mysteries. They're funny.
Yeah.
They're very
But
funny.
I think it's this little weird little premise.
Yeah.
Like, right.
Ooh, in a
What's
little
what happens?
town, and there's mysteries to
Anyway,
be solved. Yeah.
Back to Bagpuss. So that happens. Then things just start getting crazier. The ball keeps rolling
Yeah.
for Bagpuss, which hasn't been on the air for 30 years at this point.
It's got bad pussy
2002 and
feet on it.
2005, a stage show of the Bagpuss songs is toured around the UK folk
Yuck.
festivals
Oh.
and theatres.
How many disappearances happened around those performances?
Oh, I hate that it's songs, you know?
Yeah, me too.
And then in 2002 also,
Yeah.
so while the stage show is happening, the charity Hospices for Hope,
Okay.
Hospices of Hope.
Okay, that makes more
That makes
sense.
more sense. Also, it makes sense that a hospice is being like Bagpuss songs.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Imagine-
yeah.
That's what it
It
feels.
gets
It feels like
worse.
you're in a hospice.
Yeah,
when you
well,
hear the
great
Bagpuss
news
song.
because you can be in a hospice with Bagpuss because they opened the Bagpuss Children's Wing.
Oh my god.
It's ferrying children's souls
Oh
to the land
my
of the dead.
fucking god.
in its
no.
hospice in Romania.
It has.
Why don't leave Romania alone?
They were doing rituals. Okay. There were rituals happening in that
Bagpuss
hospice.
has awoken.
Yeah.
This does feel like that, haha, what a funny thing.
Yeah.
And, hey, you notice these like weird prophecies? Bagpuss is fulfilling every
Yeah,
single
he's ticking
one
all
of
the
how like
boxes.
we're now, ferrying the souls of the
Yeah.
dead.
I think the way Bagpuss would kill you is if you've played Resident Evil 8, the way the baby kills you in
How
that
does-
section.
how
It,
does
it
the
swallows
baby-
you
It
whole.
swallows you whole.
Oh, yeah. That makes
Somebody should mod Bagpuss into Resident Evil 8.
And then and have like the plonks of the
Yeah.
piano.
Bing, bing, as Bagpuss crawls around.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Then in 2012, a guy called Mark Jenner ran the Virgin London Marathon. Yeah, I bet it was the Virgin London Marathon.
Got his ass. Dude.
Dressed in a 7-foot Bagpuss costume to raise money for charity.
I reckon if you took off the hat, the big head of the costume, there's nothing inside.
Yeah.
Or just a black goo. Yeah.
Just a lot of tendrils.
Yeah.
2003, the Radiohead single There has the subtitle The Bony King of Nowhere, which is a song from Bagpuss. They try and get a music video made from the creators of Bagpuss for that song. The creator's like, I'm retired.
I haven't thought about Bagpuss in years.
That's it. That's
years
a lie.
of therapy have gotten Bagpuss out of my head.
I fear that would be. He was consumed by the puss. You know.
Yeah.
2009. This is where the movie I think starts to brew.
Okay.
There's an exclusive new option to develop and produce new content based on Bagpuss.
Yeah. Well, if he's the number one fucking...
Then the son of the co-creator...
They don't have, they don't have access to, like, Homer Simpson. They don't have access
that's true.
To
the
Danger
Muppets
Mouse or Danger Mouse. Well,
who else you got?
This is 10 years
Bagpuss
after he tops that poll.
yeah, exactly, right? Well, and again, it's like, well, Bagpuss is clear on the lips of other, of the British
People
going public.
love Bagpuss.
Well, yeah.
British going public, whatever.
So then Daniel Postgate, who's the son of Oliver Postgate, who's one of the co-creators, said he did not want a lightweight remake using CGI animation. He said CGI had a slightly lurid quality even at the best times.
You can't beat glass houses, brother.
Yeah. I'd love to see Bagpuss on the big screen, but it's got a slightly lurid quality, don't it?
I really like
even at the best of times.
Some of our British accents, this is what they feel like. They feel like you're watching a documentary and two British people are describing London in the 70s.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the 70s, man. You know, it was just birds and cats smoking cigarettes and getting up to
It was
mischief.
wonderful. Yeah, a couple of geezers over here. We go down, like the 2-bit shop, and we buy, a pack of smokes, and then we just sit in the park, have a couple of, drink out of a paper bag, then go and look at the birds.
The kind of mischief you get up to on the high street in 1976, man. You can't imagine it. And then they show grainy historical stock footage of London.
A grey street.
Yeah.
Of Bagpuss for some reason.
Just a wet Bagpuss in the rain.
Yeah, man, the mischief you could get up to in the 70s, and it's just Bagpuss in a drain going, getting washed away.
Yeah.
You can't imagine it, dude. The birds, the drugs, the drinking.
It was wild. We were
someone
fucking
standing
before.
waiting for the bus, also in the rain. Everything's grey.
Someone fucked up the stock footage really bad.
No, that's just England.
Yeah. It's like England then, England now.
Yeah.
Nothing
No
has
change.
changed. Bagpuss has moved a couple meters.
For all of our Australian and American audiences that haven't been to England and you wish, if you really want to, travel, see the experience, all right, I need you to, if you've got a concrete slab available to you, wet it. Then put your face really close to it. That's what England looks. Draw a clock on it. Big Ben.
Yeah.
Go hold a clock, stand in the backyard on a bit of concrete and have someone spray you with the hose.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like I'm in Buckingham Palace.
There's definitely been a few moments where I have been to the UK and I'm like,
I got that pair of underwear too.
Yeah, man, how good
That's
are Bonds?
awesome.
Walking
Not
through
sponsored.
a park in the middle of wherever it was, winter or whatever, and you can go I really, really understand why everyone back in the day left.
Yes, absolutely.
This is dreary and miserable, and I have the wonderful things that, the 2000 and whenever we were there, 20-something.
Yeah.
The wonderful comforts of, 2024, say, or 2023.
And it's still horrible.
And I'm like, I wish I wasn't outside here.
Absolutely.
Because it's so dreary and miserable.
It's a miserable
and
place to
cold.
be. Yeah.
Anyway.
You gotta love it though.
Anyway,
for that reason.
love
Britain, dude.
Britain.
Love Britain.
Love Britain.
Really good place to holiday, to think about, to do live podcasts at.
Yeah.
That sounds like I was running up to an announcement.
No.
Nothing.
Well, I was like, I'm going to be there in December. The
That's private
warmest
reasons.
warmest of months.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Shit, you're going to have a white Christmas, I guess.
Yeah,
Well, that
maybe.
doesn't,
Not
maybe.
London.
It doesn't snow, though, sometimes.
Yeah.
Depends where in the UK, but in
I got
London,
snowed on in
Yeah, we got
Bristol.
Yeah.
When I went to Loch Ness, I got snow.
Yeah.
Like, there
I was next to a graveyard, and the graveyard was covered in snow. It was beautiful.
There was the moment we were in London last time where it did snow, but it was
yeah.
a very rarity.
Oh, and I got caught in that kind of blizzard too.
You did. That's nice.
Walking back across Loch Ness where I was like, oh, I've missed the bus. Oh, I'll just walk to the next bus. And then I walked for 35 kilometers and hitchhiked home. That was awesome. Put me back, dude.
Next time, okay, you were lucky there because the second you try and force that, get it to happen again,
I'm
kidnapped or dead, lost, just die.
I should have been kidnapped by the guy who picked me up. He was too eager to pick me up. But I needed to get home.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was eager to pick you up, just saw like a
No, he was
pathetic wet man.
I stuck on my thumb. First car. He's pulls up. Get in.
Well, yeah, I mean,
because it was that bad.
It was quite nice at that point.
It had
the blizzard
already
had stopped.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
was it nighttime?
No, it was like kind of like late afternoon to early evening.
But you were drenched. Right?
I dried out pretty much at that point. He just really wanted me in his car.
Anyway, 2014.
Fuck you. I hope you do get kidnapped now, you know.
But then I think I pissed him off because he was like, what do you do? What are you in Scotland? What are you at Loch Ness for? And I was like, oh, it's just really beautiful. And then he was like, oh, do you see the monster or whatever? And I was like, oh, that's a bit of fun. Like, I bet a bunch of people come out here looking for it, but, I'm just really here for the scenery. And he was like, And then he dropped me off. What did I do?
Yeah, man. He was about to tell you the secret of the Nessie.
Yeah, he was about to tell me where Nessie was.
And he was going to be like, I finally, impart
Why didn't you
my
humor
wisdom.
him?
Well, because I thought he would be annoyed if I was like, yeah, I'm here looking for the monster.
No, but you could thread the needle.
Well, I tried, but
no,
failed.
you didn't thread the needle. You were
Well,
just
I was
like, ha ha ha, bit of fun. Don't believe in that bullshit. That's the vibe you gave.
Yeah.
It's like going to a church and being like, Jesus wasn't real.
That's awesome. You should do that. Go up to take communion. Thank you. Jesus wasn't real.
I'm not baptized. I never had my first communion. I'm stealing sacraments right now.
What happens if you go there? And
Nothing.
No.
Yeah.
Let me finish.
You get eaten by worms when you die regardless.
Finish the sentence.
Well, I'm trying to finish this list, but
we're moving on.
So when you interrupt, it's fine. But when I interrupt, suddenly I get my fucking throat jumped out.
No, I'm interrupting an interruption is what I'm saying.
This is what happens if you go there and be like, you're a body cry, and you just grab a handful.
Yeah. They'll probably
They
be
don't.
like, you've been rude at this funeral. Yeah.
You're at a funeral?
In my mind, I was.
They're not carrying heaps. Like, I mean, they're behind, like, it's in a position because the person that gives it to, they're just holding
Sometimes,
one.
I get
Yeah,
it.
last time I
not
was
been
there,
to
they had
church
it in a little
long
tub.
time.
Yeah, but they have it in a little tub, but the little tub.
You just grab a handful.
Yeah, you could
Slough
reach
it
in.
down.
When the last time I saw a communion occur, you could have reached in if you wanted
It
to.
depends on which church you go to, I guess.
I didn't
get a
have
little tub.
communion. I really should have.
Yeah.
I regret
If
not doing it.
listeners out there, and sorry if this is offensive to people, but yeah, if you're at a church and communion's being offered and you haven't had your first communion or you're not baptized, they don't know.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Have
I was
some.
really close
So it's
in-
just
in-
a wafer. Actually, I think the whole thing is if you haven't had your communion,
Yeah.
It is
you're
just
not.
a wafer?
It is
Yeah,
just
it is
a wafer.
just, well, it depends because it's transubstantiation, right?
Yeah.
Like,
I think
but it
there's
depends on
certain
your
sects
faith.
of Christianity went to war because of
Yes.
this very argument.
Some people say, it really is the body of
And
Christ.
some people say no, it's the representation
Yeah.
of the body of Christ.
I remember during lockdown.
You nearly went into the Crusades.
yeah, nearly. I thought about it. They said, Jackson, you got to go fight for Christ. And I said, yeah, but my fields, dude. I got to till my fields. My wife's sick with smallpox.
Yeah, it's because you weren't fighting the Crusades.
Not me, dude. I'm healthy. I'm immune, I think, to smallpox. No, I nearly ordered some communion wafers during lockdown, but it was
You
too
thought it was
expensive.
funny?
I thought it'd be a really funny snack,
Yeah.
while I'm gaming.
Have you had them
Gamer
before?
fuel. Yeah, they don't taste very good.
They just they disintegrate in your mouth, which is
Yeah.
kind of fun. But then before they fully turn to mush, they get like a paper quality. So it just feels like you have paper in your mouth.
I guess, you can't just order shit because, it's got to be manufactured somewhere.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Yeah, it was like a
But
website.
it
Communion
really
wine?
is just not beautiful, is it?
What is it?
The world. There's
No,
there's just
yeah.
not really that much mystery.
There's
to it all.
nothing
It's just-
special happening. Yeah.
It's just all
the mystique is
Yeah.
gone, dude. You can order fucking for like $1,000, I think it is. You can order a priest's vestments.
Yeah.
You can just have them.
Yeah,
They're not special. They don't get them from the church. They get them from a website.
of course.
Same with communion wafers and fucking holy water, dude.
Yeah.
You know. So hey, that's life.
Well, I guess Hollywood is easy because if you're a priest, you just
All
get
water's holy
and then
water.
you just bless it yourself.
Yeah, that's true. That's smart.
Do you reckon it's like for wine and stuff like that? If you're a priest, do you reckon it tastes better if someone else blessed it instead of you? Because
You get used to your own.
Well,
Yeah.
one's better, like gamer girl bathwater or priest bathwater.
That's an interesting question, Joel Zammit. In your mind, am I ordering priest bathwater because I believe?
I wish to jack off. Because that's why you're ordering Gamer Girl bath.
Well,
Yeah.
one is for jerking off,
Yeah.
and one is for, I guess, to be closer to God.
Well, they do two different functions.
Yeah, yeah.
Markets.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
What if you mix them? Now we're talking.
What if
that
you-
I could jack off to.
What if you bought bath water and then you took it to a priest and said, "Can you please bless this?"
I think that would
Get
be
baptism-
the greatest orgasm you've ever had in your life.
Get baptized in the Gamer Girl bath water.
Dude.
Yeah.
Get your baby baptized. Yeah, like dunked in there. That's really cool.
They become Twitch famous.
Yeah.
Hey, question.
Yeah.
How do you make water-based lubricant?
What do you?
I don't know. You got to chat to a chemist, I guess.
Because
Dude,
again, if you get the gamer water and then you
Oh,
make water-based
Lube with
lubricant
it,
out
yeah.
of it,
you probably could.
or get the priest water and make water-based lubricant
that
out of it.
Is that a threesome?
I think the priest will know. I think the priest will be in the middle of a sermon and he'll be like,
So this church needs to close right now. Anyway, January 2014,
Yeah.
the Royal Mail issue a post stamp with Bagpuss. on it.
Classic.
Are they in circulation? What year was it?
2014.
Hey, British listeners, I know right now if you've kept going. Well done, you got
Well
thick,
done.
you got some thick skin.
You powered through Blitz school
yeah.
like a champion.
You get like, I don't know how much they are right now.
Yeah.
If they're not too expensive, if we could just,
I would love to get that as a
if you
gift.
could source some and
Yeah.
send it to us, that would be beautiful and
Bagpuss mail.
lovely. Love some Bagpuss
Bagpuss.
stamps. Like, I'm not a stamp collector,
Stamps.
But to have
damn,
one
but
would
to
be so
have-
special.
Yeah, it'd be a little treasure.
It'd be incredible,
It'd be a
dude.
beautiful treasure. of
Nothing
ours.
would bring me greater joy. Yeah.
Anyway,
A presentation pack,
Yeah.
which is the 4 stamps,
bless
Yeah.
you.
but in like a little
Little
Yeah.
package.
is £10.
Oh, well,
Ah.
it's cheap as fucking chips.
You can also get
Yeah.
whoa, although they're not actually that cheap, sets of 10,
Yeah. What, like £100?
£88.
Yeah.
Mm.
Stamp. People love stamps.
People do
So, you know, makes sense to me.
Anyway,
I like stamp collector energy.
I do?
Yeah.
no, you don't.
Don't know how to feel about that.
Well, great news. I disagree.
What kind of collector energy do you think I have?
I mean, you look like what you like. Like you're you love like cryptozoology.
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
And maybe you could become a crypto guy.
Oh, you reckon I got crypto energy?
You got crypto, like crypto energy and cryptid energy and
crypto
energy.
energy. Do you think I could collect bugs? Like that I put in a
Yeah,
book?
yeah, yeah.
Don't you have that?
No.
Well, clearly, yes.
No, didn't you have like a moth or some shit
That you
pinned up?
tortured.
Did I have a moth?
No.
Are you thinking of his
Didn't you
dead
have a
laptop
moth?
that had heaps of dead bugs in
No,
it?
no, no,
That
I'm
wasn't
thinking-
a collection. That was a problem.
I'm thinking like on his desk, and I don't think that you did it to the moth itself.
Yeah.
But as in like at some
A
point.
gift?
Yeah, a
Like
gift.
someone gave me a moth with a pin through it?
No, no, but like not.
Not I guess, embalmed or whatever
Yeah, yeah.
they do. Just a straight
Just a stabbed moth?
You know how like when you go to like a museum or something, and there'll
Yeah.
be like a little glass case, and it might have like 5 bugs.
Yeah,
next to
yeah,
each
yeah.
other. I could have sworn you had something like that. But
I'd
it was
love
just a
something like
moth.
that, but no, I've never had something like that. But that clearly means I have that energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the best energy so far that I've
Yeah.
been given today.
I genuinely do think
I don't
you
think that's
have
a good energy to have.
No, it's a serial killer energy, it feels. But
Bug collecting? I think there's something charming about that.
You look like it could be someone that keeps the used condoms.
don't
what,
be
a jar?
so crass. No, I reckon, yeah, like,
Just labeled in a book.
oh, that's even worse. Wait, labeled in a book with like Polaroid like pictures.
By
No, no, no,
date
no
in
photos.
your mind?
Yeah,
or by
by
position?
date.
Oh.
It just all say wank. Oh, that's grim.
Yeah.
I can see collecting like stamps of bugs.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I don't think I have the patience for stamp collecting.
What do you mean?
I don't care.
Yeah.
What am I going to
What
peel
do you
the
mean there's-
stamp
what do you mean
off
the
the
patience?
fucking letter?
Got to like you probably steam the letter to get a
Yeah,
stamp. You gotta put it in
buy
your
a
little,
book to
put
put
it in your
'em
little
in.
bookie book. Yeah, I don't
Honestly,
know.
a jar of condoms is probably the most
A
realistic.
jar. They're not even. You're like, yeah, they're all in there.
just all mixed up.
Slowly
Jack,
fermenting or something.
Jack, I hate. Look, first off, I hate your collection. Secondly, I hate how you've kept your collection.
Well, the problem is, if it was in a jar and it's sealed, it
Yeah.
wouldn't smell until you opened it, and
Yeah.
then it would
Well, then
really
he's got to open
smell.
to put one in.
Yeah, I'm going
and
to have to put a
close
new
it, yeah.
in.
Every day after your next wank.
How big is your jar? I was imagining like a little mason jar.
No, it's big. I got to get bigger, and he's going to get.
I reckon
yeah.
it's like one of the Skullhead vodka bottles.
Dude, it's just like you put like the jar in, then you put that jar in a bigger jar, and you just
Yeah,
little nesting doll
yeah.
situation.
And then I bury it for someone to find. It's so funny
Rancid.
to pivot from like, stamp collecting to a jar of used condoms.
Yeah.
But that is, I suppose, my energy.
And then as part of the Canterbury Heritage Museum, Bagpuss was displayed alongside Rupert Bear.
Oh, yeah.
And then in the end of 2017, they got moved to the House of Art and Knowledge in Canterbury.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's a British TV show called Man Like Mobeen.
Man like Mobeen.
Mobeen.
Man like Mobeen. What the fuck, Britain? Man like Mobeen.
Anyway, it's a comedy drama show, and the first episode of that series is called Bagpuss.
Yeah, okay. Sure.
So then after, I guess, so that's like, so 2017 is the last that Bagpuss is like doing stuff. Thumb Cramps goes Bagpuss crazy in 2024.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, thereabouts.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And then this year, and by this year I mean
2025.
this month.
Yep.
September 2025. It was announced that Bagpuss film was in development with the estates of the Postgate and Furman families. So they're the two original creators.
Mm-hmm.
It is being made by Three Wise Entertainment with a release date of 2027. And what we know about it so far is not much.
Yeah.
Three Wise Entertainment is a new movie
Like studio.
Okay.
It currently has 2 to 10 employees.
Okay.
The more I look into it, the more I don't know if I believe that this movie's going to happen.
Well,
this will be their first project.
In the BBC article that I was reading, they were saying that it's going to be a mixture of live action and traditional animation.
Okay.
So I don't know if that means Bagpuss is going to be animated this time rather than...
If they are going to keep it true to the source material, it might just be like...
Stop motion, basically.
motion. You basically use the animation that they used in the TV series because like the person who, I forget the exact phrasing, but they were like CGI monstrosity.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
So let's,
Puerile or whatever they said.
Yeah.
Lurid, I think,
So, I reckon it'll be the same animation.
Yeah.
Basically exactly what the TV show was, just on the big screen.
Well, do you...
And it's a film, okay.
Yeah.
The planned film sequel, which is currently in development, will be the first new Bagpuss production since the original series and will feature a mixture of live action and animation, producers have said. Bagpuss and his companions, including a woodpecker called Professor Yaffle. We couldn't fucking leave that.
Yeah, oh no, they'll all be there, dude.
Professor Yaffle's the worst one.
Yeah, what does he say?
Yeah, but like
each
one is each one is worse than the other, but clearly they're all beloved.
Yeah.
So they're all going to be there.
Well, I think
How old is the actress that played Emily now?
I think she's
Emily was the daughter of... So Emily... The actress that plays Emily is Emily Postgate.
Yeah, so the daughter of one of the creators. Yeah, but she's still alive.
Okay. Did they go on and do other stuff afterwards?
I don't know.
Emily Postgate.
They still do any acting?
I'm guessing no.
Because like they either get... Well, look,
I think they'll be back for this,
still alive,
Yeah. Sorry. It's Emily Furman. I got the wrong creator.
Yeah.
Cameo,
she
is still alive.
Yeah. Because
is...
in one of the interviews I was reading, she was like, Bagpuss was such an integral part of my childhood. Like, I'm excited to be back and doing Bagpuss stuff again. So, So I think she's going to be in it. I think what's really interesting about this movie is it's like the media landscape is so starkly different than it was in 1974. And I don't think you can just...
either.
Huh?
She didn't act in anything else either.
Okay. I don't think you can do just an episode of the TV show. No. I think this will either be like there was that Playmobil movie that came out recently.
Tell me more.
It was like the Lego movie, but weirder.
Yeah. Okay.
And that was British. I think because Playmobil, I think, is British. Where it's like it's like a modern kids movie, just using Playmobil.
Okay.
So I think if we're getting a Bagpuss movie, it's gonna feel like a modern kids movie.
You get the modern kids movie or something like Barbie, how it was clearly...
It won't be that.
I know. I don't think it'll be Barbie. It'll be a modern kids movie, or the other alternative is it'll be... Is it called Goodbye Christopher Robin? The movie with Ewan McGregor where...
He's like, God, I wish I wasn't so depressed.
And Winnie the Pooh's like, oh, bother.
I'm back.
Doing a Winnie the Pooh impression is so fucking hard, dude.
Dude, have you heard any of the impressions I've done? They're all equally easy for me because I'm bad at all of them. Oh, bother.
I'm Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, I've stuck my head in. I've stuck my head in the honey basket.
I'm Winnie the Pooh, and I'm stuck. I got stuck in rabbits.
Ooh, it's me, Winnie the Pooh.
Winnie the Pooh. He's kind of like this, right?
Slightly Italian. It's a me. Hey,
I gotta get the fucking
You sound
honey
like
out the thing.
one of the mafiosos in The Simpsons.
Yeah.
Piglet,
like
I
the
gotta
smaller
get
guy.
some honey in the thing that I gotta get. Piglet.
Picnic basket.
Picnic basket.
Picnic basket. Piglet the pig, my friend.
You come to me on the day of my daughter's wedding, giving me a beautiful
Rabbit,
picnic
shut the
basket.
fuck up and let me eat your dinner.
You're so fucking depressed, the Eeyore.
Yeah,
Shut up,
fucking-
you're bringing me down. You're a real pain in my colonies. Cannolis is what
What's a
Colonies.
Colonies?
What's a cologne?
Shut the fuck up, Eeyore. You know what I
You
mean.
know what I fucking mean. I'm gonna smack you in the
I'm a killing you, Eeyore.
I'm gonna turn you into glue. Eeyore,
Cause I'm in a
son of a
cannolis or
Don't you
cojones.
talk back to me, oh.
What do you
Yeah,
think
so-
I fucking mean, Eeyore, you piece of shit?
Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, or whatever. That was a cowardly movie.
Yeah.
Italian Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah.
Now that is brave.
I'm gonna get the fucking honey out of the tree, Piglet. I don't care what do you fucking say.
Capiche?
Capiche, bitch?
Now, we do have some hints to what the movie could actually entail because
Yeah.
they stir from their slumber to find themselves in contemporary Britain. Then they will embark on a modern day quest with story and animation techniques that will stay true to the spirit of the original classic series. So, modern day quest.
Yeah.
It's going to be they wake up in a hole
Yeah.
and they've got to find the shop again. They're
Yeah.
going to be looking for Emily.
I tell you what this movie's going to be like. You got two options. It'll either be Goodbye Christopher Robin, where it'll be like a heartfelt, like a discussion of childhood.
Got to remember, this is a brand new studio. They're
Yeah.
not going to take a meta swing like that.
Well, then it's going to be like Harold and the Purple Crayon.
No, it also won't be that because that's also trying to be meta.
Is it?
Yeah, it will just be.
How is Howard and the Purple Crayon better? Isn't it like he's
No,
in
like-
the modern day? What the fuck?
Yeah, but he's an adult man now. He's
Oh,
not a
yeah.
baby, but he acts like a baby. It's Shazam 2 again.
Just because they're a new studio, but is there any people that were attached to the original? I mean, you've got the original, like Emily
yeah,
Back
true.
and that kind of stuff. Just because they're a new studio, they might, before that, some of the heads were doing X, Y, and Z, and they might just have this pure love for Bagpuss, and they might do like a thing of like it's a passing of the torch film. It's about finding yourself, like back when things were pure and we were afraid of the. Remember how happy you were back in Blitz class.
Yes,
like with your
dude.
friends learning about how to be quiet.
It'll be
and-
like one of those awesome AI videos where they say the 80s miss you, come home.
Yeah,
You know those ones where it's basically
No,
like
but
kill
I can
yourself.
imagine.
Come back to the 1980s.
But it could just be it's the shop is like they're modern world, whatever it is, either that a wall is broken in down, in modern construction, and there it is in the old shop, what it used to look like is like, oh wow, this was buried here this whole time, and then they're like, where's Emily?
Yeah.
Sorry. Where's
Emily?
Oh,
I
God,
need
what a
to
horrible
go
voice.
home.
And then it's just little misadventures
Yeah.
of them trying to find Emily. And then either they eventually do, but as time comes for us all, and it's just like, oh, I'm so happy to see you, but you need to help other people, the next generation, and they're like, oh, here's my daughter or my son.
The
or my
CEO
grandson,
of Three
my
Wise
whatever.
was the founder and an executive producer of Infinite Wisdom Studios for 18 years before starting their own company.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they're the founder of this, so they started this as well. Anyway, that studio is known for 3 movies.
Okay.
Caterpillar.
Great.
That won 1 award,
Okay.
so that's pretty good.
Hey, good for them.
They co-financed the children's favorite, Pudsey the dog.
Oh, classic Pudsey the dog.
Does anyone know Pudsey the dog? And Jackson, this seems up your alley.
Okay.
Because this is about a wingsuit pilot, but they produced the innovative docu-fiction thriller Base, all capitals,
Okay.
starring the late, great rock star wingsuit pilot Alexander Poli.
How do those guys not just paste themselves every day, dude?
Don't know, man.
Well, I mean, he's a late great, which makes
Well,
me
he'd
think that
pay
he
you. I
maybe
guess
did.
it's like free soloing. You paste yourself eventually. Pudsey the dog. That's the sort of Pudsey the dog.
Yeah, awesome. And the Three Wise website,
Yeah.
they've partnered with Nickelodeon,
Okay.
but the image they've used is the Dora the Explorer live action reboot, not the movie.
Yeah. Okay.
The
Yeah, I don't think this is going to be heartfelt. I think this is going to be like, it could be like the Magic Roundabout movie.
It's not going to be what you're pitching though is
a
like
cheap cash grab.
Yeah.
no, but it's not going to be. They're not making a Bagpuss movie. This studio, at least, based on the things I've looked into, it's just going to be a straight, like just like this is Bagpuss.
Yeah.
What if Bagpuss woke up now?
Yeah.
That's it. But
that's
that's
what
like-
I mean. That's
But like all the
Hey,
stuff you
Jack.
keep listing,
Why are you tapping?
I'm full of beans.
all the stuff you've been listing though tries to be like, well, this is a zany twist.
Yeah.
Where this isn't going to have that energy.
Yeah.
It's just like
Yeah.
it mightn't even really come up that they weren't like. I mean, they'll be like, whoa, it's 2027.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be like the last. Like they're not going to be like, whoa, the world's so different now, which is like everything you've listed does something with
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
think Bagpuss is going to do that.
So what are they going to do? What will the movie
We got to
be?
track down Emily.
And during that time,
They'll recruit guys that are lost because that's their whole thing.
yeah, but in 2027, do you reckon there'll be modern toys, or will they be?
All
They might find
from
an
old.
action man.
I think inevitably because it's like, well,
Look at
it's
the pictures on their
2027.
website.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that. Those are those kind of movies.
No, they're not.
They're like a kids, like the Playmobil movie. It's a movie for kids.
Yeah.
That is that.
Oh my god. Oh no.
Yeah.
They're partnered with Channel 10 in Australia.
Whoa, no, dude. We can get
Bagpuss is
roped
gonna
in.
come to us.
I hope somehow we end up in the promotion like
Oh,
tour
well,
for
oh, hell
Bagpuss.
yeah.
And they're like, "What are you excited?" And we're like,
No.
"No,
We're really,
we
really
think Bagpuss is
scared.
The
pure
opposite.
evil, dude." yeah,
So in a way, yeah, but not
yeah.
the reason you want us to be.
Do you? I'm terrified. I'll say that much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think it'd be strange not to do something like, you know,
Interesting.
interesting. Because again, like, so, you know, our feelings aside,
Yeah.
it is a beloved franchise.
The people have
But
deep
it's
nostalgia
beloved,
for.
you know, old TV.
They're gonna. This is just gonna be
Yeah.
Nan the movie. They're aiming for old ladies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's not gonna be.
But that
Like,
is what you do for if you're trying to make that movie. You go, they're in the modern era, and it's frightening and strange and different. But then they find a
And then
comfortable place.
It'll be just it's the marrying of the old and the new, right?
Yeah.
It's like initially it's like, oh, everything's scary, everything's new. We've got like mobile phones. Oh, we're scared, and then it's just going to be that whole That's the kind of like, you know, where it starts, and then it ends being like they've found, you know, a home.
They'll probably get put on
here.
Emily's shelf or some shit.
Yeah, and
probably
and
Emily will
have a
have.
family, and
Yeah.
like, you know, how old is Emily these days?
The actress?
Yeah.
60?
60 something.
Yeah,
Maybe.
Again, it might just be like a grandkid situation as
Yeah.
well. Like again, I think it's going to be like it would be weird not to, right?
Well, I think you got two options. I think you've got
She's
zany
60
adventure.
Exactly, I nailed it.
You got
Nice.
like zany, like you got a scene where Bagpuss is driving a remote control car around Big Ben. You know, that kind of movie, which I think is possible.
oh,
They
like
could do
a
that.
remote controlled like boat in the Thames.
Yeah, like just stupid shit that kids love, where it's like, you know, the kind of movie that they do where it's like, it's a beloved, you know, children's franchise from the 70s, but we're like aiming it at like Gen Alpha kids or whatever. Bagpuss meets Italian brain rock characters, you know. Or they go in the other direction where they go, there's just a nostalgia trip, and Bagpuss finds Emily, but she's like, oh, I'm not communicating with my daughter or whatever, and Bagpuss helps her fucking fix her life, and then they're
Or
together.
she's lost something.
Yeah, and then Bagpuss brings it back. I think more likely.
Or how about this? They
Yeah.
say they meet up to Emily, and Emily is like, Bagpuss, you've missed so much.
Mm.
When you were in your slumber, we had the Blitz too, and I've
Yeah.
lost my family.
Mm.
Can you help me find
Yes.
them? And they get reunited.
Mhm. Yeah, absolutely. The Blitz happened again. The
Yeah.
Nazis are back, Bagpuss. In a way, they are.
In a way, they are Bagpuss.
Bagpuss 2027 is crazy,
yeah.
but not too different. Yeah.
Could they do something like I'm trying to think of like, because again that British like thing that's like, you know, story media aimed at kids, like the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, that kind of stuff, where it's just there is this sincerity to it all.
Yeah.
And so I think the whole, you know, finding Emily again, because I think that has like it would be
Well,
strange.
see, it's
to be
weird
that.
because there is sincerity, but there's also a genre of British kids films that don't have that sincerity. Like, there's like an era of British, even like just, is there like a ringing? Or am I dying?
You're dying.
Okay. Of like British kids TV shows and media that don't have that sincerity, that are just like wacky sort of shenanigans. I think the Playmobil movie was like that. I think the Magic Roundabout movie, which is also based on a 1970s, I think, or like late 80s British kids show, is like that. And I know a funny thing about the Magic Roundabout movie is there's an American dub where they replace all the dialogue with movie references.
Ah,
That's good.
So instead of characters just having conversations, they're like talking about the Matrix and shit. It's really weird. Yeah.
Why would you do
I
that?
don't know. They were
Crazy.
like, Americans aren't going to understand the nuances here, but Americans will appreciate when a character talks about Gollum.
the Matrix or Gollum. Yeah,
So I think there's a chance it's like a very, like, not insincere, but just like very kind of hollow. It just depends. There's just two vibes you can do, I think.
I think this is just going to be like when I just think it's just going to be like, what if the 3 of the TV episodes were one episode? It's a
You
movie.
reckon it's going to be like that true to the original series?
I think
do not
this
so.
is going to be a huge swing and a miss.
Yeah.
'Cause it
Oh,
seems
yeah.
to be like a cash grab.
Yeah.
it seems weird to do this now as a cash grab.
No,
The
that's
perfect
why,
time
no.
to do the cash grab would have been when he topped.
Yes, yeah.
But no, but
2001.
that's why it's a lazy cash grab and not just like a cash grab because they would have picked up the rights kind of cheap.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
no one's done anything with it. The
Yeah,
family
maybe.
are blessing it, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we can do it. We've done some stuff with Nickelodeon and Channel 10 in Australia."
Yeah.
I think it'll end up being more like the Peanuts movie or something, where it's just like, yeah, what if there was more of it?
Okay.
It's just like, what
Who
if
this
more?
for?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's
Yeah.
the thing. They're not thinking who this for.
Yeah.
They're thinking, hey, this was
I loved
critically
it,
acclaimed.
so,
Well, people loved this.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
No
No
one's done anything for 50 years. What if we try and cash in on the 50 years of no
it's,
Bagpuss?
We less like the Peanuts and more like the Peabody and Sherman film.
Yeah,
Remember
yeah.
that? Where it was just like,
Yeah,
who this for?
yeah.
It's it's
The
aimed
Peanuts
at-
movie was
it's,
good, by the way. I'm not saying it was
Yeah,
bad.
yeah,
I
that's
Peanuts
what
loved
I'm
movie
that
saying.
rocked,
I think it's
yeah.
more
Dude.
Peabody and Sherman of like, who this for?
Yeah.
You know, it's like the Tom and Jerry one with what's her name?
Chloe Grace
That's
Moretz.
the one, and you're like, who this for?
Yeah.
It's like it's aimed at kids. It's like literally the same audience that might have been watching it at the start back then. And kids these days have no context for what a Bagpuss is, so they don't have that nostalgia. All you're gonna do is get maybe the grandparents who have a fondness for Bagpuss dragging their grandkid to go see it. Maybe
Bagpuss
if that's
turned
what it
50
is.
last year.
It's interesting looking at. I'm on the
Hence why I'm
Wikipedia
like,
page.
It should be aimed at like adult. It should be should be sort of doing what Barbie had done, or it should be doing the thing where it's like this is now. We're aiming it at adults, but also there is this little kid. Yeah, there is for kids element.
Seems
Sure,
crazy
but-
to announce this and not announce who's attached to it.
Yeah.
Who you reckon the voice of Bagpuss? Because I reckon Jim Broadbent would be great.
True.
I reckon he does well, first great British, but also
Yeah.
I reckon he could do Weepy good.
Yeah. Because it's funny, it's a specific voice you need to do. Professor Yaffle.
Or Ray Winstone.
Yeah.
I think there's a chance that we end up in this.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense
Because
to me.
I've.
That
So
makes
you know how I
sense.
said
That
the
checks
studio's
out.
coming soon? They have actually done one thing.
Yeah.
Rock Island Mysteries,
Okay.
which is an Australian comedy TV show for children and young teenagers. Which premiere because Nickelodeon's Australian. I
Yeah.
didn't know that. Wait, what?
Nickelodeon's not Australian.
What?
What?
No way.
I don't know.
Nickelodeon is an Australian free-to-air digital television multi-channel owned by the Paramount Net. What? the
Nickelodeon is not.
Are you?
There's no way. If Nickelodeon's an Australian company, yeah. Nickelodeon, nicknamed Nick, is an American pay television channel and the flagship property of the Nickelodeon Group.
Yeah.
Oh, Nickelodeon, the Australian TV channel, is owned by Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
Nickelodeon.
Okay, that makes sense to me.
But you gotta understand that it says Nickelodeon here.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
Australian Nickelodeon,
Yeah.
which is a subsidiary of American Nickelodeon.
Yeah. So I'm like, did we have where like
Well,
Nickelodeon
okay,
comes
this is gonna
from
get
with the
really
name, like
confusing. So
the
remember-
I don't think so, not in
Yeah,
Australia.
I don't think we had that.
Because we don't have nickels.
That's exactly. Yeah. How would we do this?
Yeah.
Anyway.
So
We'd have the
premiered on
Poundodium.
Nickelodeon, which was then named 10 Shake. Oh, this is Remember when when TV in Australia went crazy?
Yeah.
And we got new channels.
That's right. When it went digital, you mean?
Oh,
Yeah.
like when we had like Go.
Yeah.
Go. I mean, they all still exist.
Go's still around, dude.
Yeah.
And 10 Play and 10 Mate.
10 wrong. There was
7 Mate.
7 Mate. And that was for blokes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was
Those are
finally a
blokes.
channel for
Finally,
blokes, dude.
a TV,
And they would have
channel
ads where it was
just
like
for the lads.
A guy on a chair and it's like, tonight on 7
Yeah.
Mate, an
Did
episode of
we-
the Cleveland Show.
Did we also have a channel that was just a guy's name? Because like, I know in the UK they've got like Dave.
No, I think ours the closest was Stan, the streaming network service. It's interesting looking at the on Wikipedia, movies based on Australian kids, not Australian, sorry, British kids programming, because there are some, and they all have such completely different vibes. So you have, in 2017, they released Fireman Sam Alien Alert, the movie, okay, which I imagine, just based on the name, is like a wacky shenanigans episode of Fireman Sam.
Yeah.
Then they had the Magic Roundabout movie in 2005, Postman Pat the movie in 2014, the Shaun the Sheep movie and stuff, and Wallace and Gromit and stuff. But in 2000, they had Thomas and the Magic Railroad, which I remember watching, and it was like really American for some reason. Like it's like a really American movie. It introduces a bunch of American trains.
Interesting. I mean, there was that like I think Torchwood did it. That weird like where it was like the BBC was teaming up with stars in America. And they had these like these cross productions that pleased. I want to say no one.
Yeah, I don't think anybody.
So maybe that was at like similar time. I don't know.
Oh no, that's right. Weirdly, the Thomas and the Tank Engine one is a crossover movie with an American show called Shining Time Station that nobody fucking knows about. So I don't know why they did that. There's a weird history, I guess, is what I'm saying, of adapting British children's programming.
There's that weird kind of like, the hope or the optimist in me is like, okay, yeah, well, why don't they look at like things that are being successful, say like Paddington, where it's a very, very sincere sort of very like, heartfelt message. And I'm like, look, as much as we feel about Bagpuss, clearly the British public do not.
Yeah.
And so it's like, well, you could do something again where it's just like, this very sad, weepy cunt is like, woe is me, I'm lost. Like, I'm meant to find lost things and I myself am lost. So who am I and where am I going? And in that whole movie really is about, yes, him helping other people find things, him helping, doing things, him trying to find, well, he's lost Emily, right?
Yeah.
But then really like it's he finds lost things, but he found himself, and that's that's the arc, right? That's that kind of like the poignant, the nice, the beautiful, which I could the optimist in me really hopes.
Yeah,
but yeah. There's the pessimist, or the nihilistic who gives a shit, which is like, yeah, there's one money, whatever. I get that bag pussy and get those dimes.
The vibe.
Buddy.
The only reason I'm saying that is the vibe I get from this studio is they're just not like they're a team of less than 10 to make a movie, and based on what they've made, like, and from what exists out there, this is gonna, I wouldn't even be surprised if this ends up being like kind of like walking a line between like a theatrical release and a TV only movie.
Yeah. I
Which
think
is why I'm
that's
like,
possible, too.
I mean, just because it's a small team doesn't necessarily mean any like
yeah, they could still make a heartfelt movie with a small team.
Movie, like, again,
you don't think?
It depends on the funding, and it depends like how they contract out, who they get to direct, who they get to act, who they get to do all like everything in post, right? Just because like the management is small, maybe that's not necessarily a bad thing. But again, it's just like, who they're collaborating with, who are they hiring? Because who will direct this? Who's going to, what company's doing animation? Who's going to be, acting in this? Are they going to get voice actors, or are they going to get like stars to try and get more money to try and,
the fact that they're using this to get their name out there and all of it is just about the production company makes me think that this means nothing to them, and they're just like, oh yeah, this is a good way to hard launch.
It's a funny movie to hard launch on, really.
No, it's the 51st anniversary of Bagpuss.
Oh yeah,
we're talking about it. We've done a whole podcast about it.
That's true.
3 wires I mean, it's not really free advertising because I've been like, I don't trust them.
Yeah.
I mean,
But, like,
all businesses are trying to make money. Hell, we're trying to make money.
Yes,
Time for face
dude.
speculation.
Plus,
Yes.
sign up, dude. Come on.
But again, it's this like thing of like, sure, it's the
One guy can make a good movie.
Yeah.
Like, just like one person with a camera can make a good movie.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's just and they're hard launching with this, and they're just saying about the production company. But it could just be about them trying to drum up again a bit of buzz
Movies
so that they
releasing in
can
18 months.
but they can try and get like some funding.
I just
Because
don't
maybe they
see-
need 18 months seems a bit.
I think another option
They've
they
got an
could go
email
with-
address. Should I email them?
Yeah.
Who's the script writer?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't say.
Yeah.
Three-wise.
Yeah.
Three-wise. That's just all they want out there. Three-wise production.
I wonder if we're going to get a movie that's like, because you can also do like the nostalgia bait movie in a really aggressive and weird way where it's like Bagpuss and his crew are remnants of a better time of the 70s when people left their doors unlocked and
And
cared
smoke cigarettes
about,
instead of cold, wet pavement.
No one cares about each other anymore. And then,
to your neighbor.
yeah, you talk to your neighbor, and then Bagpuss comes in, and they find a little bit of that left in an ever changing Britain. Oh, how sad! Do you think there's like a kids TV? I mean, like I don't think the answer is yes, but is there a kids TV show that if they were like, when 30 years later we're making a movie of this, it would interest you even a tiny bit? Like any show you have like nostalgia for that if they were like,
I was like Freakazoid.
yeah, the Freakazoid movie that could do it. I don't think there is for me. I don't think there's any like movie like TV show I loved as a kid. Like I was a big Thomas the Tank
What if they
Engine head
announced?
as a kid.
Okay,
No.
they go. The
Yeah.
Simpsons movie 2.
No, I watched the Simpsons movie recently and it sucked ass. It's like one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
Spider Pig.
It's so bad. Do you remember how bad that movie is?
It's so funny because our good friend over at the Weekly Planet,
Yeah.
James, recently watched a Simpsons movie with his
Yeah.
children, and he was like, "Good movie,
Bad
good,
movie, James.
good-
Wrong.
good jokes." He's like,
Mr.
"Yeah,
Sunday Movies is wrong. Bad jokes, dude. Incoherent mess of a movie. And then if you look at the production of the Simpsons movie, they were so unsure and nervous the whole time, and
Really?
they edited it. Yeah.
didn't they just pull all of the original writers back
Yeah, and it
together?"
didn't work.
Oh, okay.
Because if you read through the production, they were editing it and removing characters and plot lines up until like 3 weeks before release
That's-
because they were so unsure about it.
That's crazy.
And you can tell when you watch
Why
the-
were they so unsure? It's the Simpsons movie. Sure, you could have probably released it a bit earlier,
Yeah.
as in like a decade earlier, whatever, and it would have made like even probably more money. But there were so many people that still like the Simpsons
Yeah.
that had probably either dropped off.
You wanna
from the
know
series.
even-
It's, what that's like
wanna
to me.
know
That's a
weirder
sure
shit?
thing. That'd be like I'm printing money.
Do you know that in the Simpsons movie
They did print money.
Yeah, it did well. But did you know in the Simpsons movie they refer to Moe's Tavern as Moe's Bar because they were like, we don't think people will know what a tavern is. It's Moe's Bar. There's a scene where they show Moe's, and for some reason it's Moe's Bar.
Is that also a thing though where they couldn't say bar on TV?
I do not think so.
I wouldn't be surprised. America's fucking crazy.
I think
you
you
can't put damn in a movie title. You couldn't put damn in a movie title.
They
for
showed
ages.
Bart's penis in the
I
movie.
know.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you watch
No,
the
he's-
censored or uncensored version?
Uncensored.
Yeah.
Yeah, got to see Bart's little wiener.
Yeah,
dude.
because that's the first joke of the
Matt
movie.
Groening really wanted that in.
Yeah,
from reading about the production.
Well, yeah, because it shows like it's the same as the South Park Bigger, Longer, and
Yeah,
Uncut.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
we're
They
gonna
show,
say
oh, we can
fuck.
do this.
Yeah.
Another crazy thing is that the main bad guy is voiced by the same person who voiced, if you remember the classic Simpsons episode, You Only Move Twice, where Hank Scorpio becomes
Yeah.
Homer's new boss. So initially that was going to be Hank Scorpio. And then they were like, no one knows who that is. We'll make a new character.
Are they dumb as shit?
Additionally, Lisa, if you'll recall, has a love interest in the movie who gets
Yeah.
like 3 scenes.
Yes.
And they were like, oh, maybe we'll make that like a love sort of thing between her and Milhouse. And then they were like, nobody knows that Milhouse loves Lisa. Cut it. It's crazy. They made the movie, the Simpsons movie, assuming nobody had ever seen The Simpsons
Okay.
Are they
before.
dumb as shit?
Yeah.
Counterpoint. It's 2007. This comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Season, Simpsons on about season 18 or 19.
Yeah. So people are watching The Simpsons, but because now when you release anything now,
Yeah.
if it's a movie of something that already existed, you got to have references and throwbacks.
Yeah, of
You-
course.
because if you assume that people haven't seen the thing that this is,
Yeah.
That's
but also you've also got to assume people haven't seen the thing. Like you got to do both.
Yeah.
Where in 2007, I wouldn't have gone that far.
Yeah.
But I kind of get it because like streaming doesn't exist.
Yeah.
People aren't being like, bro, I'm only watching season 3 of The Simpsons every
Why are
single
you
day
going
of
to the
my
Simpsons movie if you don't?
Because it's an animated film for kids.
Yeah.
It's crazy to me. No, I sort of like in the. There's some things you're like, okay, maybe Scorpio. Okay,
Yeah, that's a
that
bit
was
of a
one
deep cut.
person,
I get.
bit of a deep cut, even
Yeah.
though not really.
No,
but
it's
fair
sort
enough.
of iconic, but
the
yeah.
whole Millhouse thing to be like, yeah, but people, if they've even like know vaguely about Simpsons, they might have heard of a Millhouse.
Yeah.
like that's
No,
just that's
it's-
just such a strange
it's such
thing
a
of like,
bad movie.
we have no faith in our product,
Yeah.
even though we've been going for like since the like '89, right?
Yeah.
We've no faith in this. Like,
Camp Krusty was meant to be the original Simpsons movie.
Yeah, dude. And then they were going to make a movie with Troy McClure that got really close to production, but then
A
what's his face
live
died.
action movie.
Yeah. They also wanted to make that live action Krusty spin-off.
A Fish Called Selma was also a movie.
And then you read about the production of it, and it's like they just didn't, like, I don't know if you recall, but Homer dumps a bunch of pig shit in a lake, which causes an ecological disaster. That was just because Matt Groening had, like, read about something like that, and he's like, that should be in our
Did he read
movie.
Under the Dome?
No, that's apparently a big coincidence. Anyway, you can tell that movie came out around season 19. That's
Patty and Selma and Edna Krabappel are removed from the movie. That's funny.
That's just so much. Lisa's love interest, again, like an absolute nothing character, apparently got like visually redesigned 5 times or 3 times or something. Why?
Yeah, it's just crazy that, it's just, I get maybe like, I don't want to alienate our new audience. But at the same time, you're like, surely, then
It's
you
the
just,
fucking
What's the villain's name, dude?
reintroduce
I don't know. I can't remember. The villain's name,
the president, right?
No, it's
Or
not the president. He's like the
Because
head.
Arnold
that's
Schwarzenegger's
right.
the
He's the head
president.
of the ecological, which is also funny
EPA,
because
yeah.
he's Arnold Schwarzenegger, but he's voiced like he's Rainier Wolfcastle, and he's
isn't it
visually
meant to be?
No, it's meant to be Arnie. It's Arnie,
Oh.
but he looks visually and
I thought it was
sounds
Wolf.
like Rainier Wolfcastle, which would have made more sense. But I assume for the same reasons they were like,
In my head, it's just,
well, yeah, because it is
Wolfcastle.
Rainier Wolfcastle.
Yeah.
but he is Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's named Arnold Schwarzenegger in the movie. It's so
That is
baffling.
baffling because it's like again, I think I've said it once back when it came out. I'm like, because that was Wolfcat.
No,
they
it's not
really had.
Wolfcastle. I think it's also crazy that the movie's entire premise, the conflict in it, is like, man, Homer and Marge are they
On the
gonna?
rocks
Are they
again.
gonna? They're on the rocks,
I'm
and
gonna
then
do
the
that.
way it's resolved is Homer meets a
Throat
magic
singing?
Inuit woman for about 5 minutes, and then he goes back and saves the day. It stinks,
does
dude.
with a motorbike.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I didn't realize
You should
they
watch
had-
it again and be like, this movie sucks
Is
a
there like
million
a-
asses.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is there a documentary? Heard you?
No, I just went Wikipedia.
Yeah,
That's what I was looking.
That's
also-
so fascinating to be like, we have no faith in our product.
They really didn't. They really didn't. They rewrote it a million times. There was going to be a musical, and they got halfway through even animating some of the musical, I'm pretty sure. And then they were like, it shouldn't be a musical. People are going to get bored. And so they cut it. It was meant to be a musical with, I forget the band, but yeah.
Like
Green Day?
No, not
Day's
Green
in
Day.
it.
Green Day's obviously in it. They do the opening.
So they don't. As in a musical, as in they were going to do lots more, or was it
Yeah.
just a musical number?
Lots of
But also,
songs.
that's you can't. I'm glad they didn't do a musical, not because people get bored, but because the South Park movie is a musical.
Yes, yeah.
So to be like, we're doing the Simpsons movie 10 years after the South Park movie, and it's also a musical.
Yeah.
Also, I remembered the movie that was making me think. I was like, I feel like I've already seen this Bagpuss movie because like I know exactly how it's going to turn out, and it's the Postman Pat movie.
Oh,
it looks
yeah.
disgusting. It was made for nothing by a nothing company.
Yeah.
It's just a straight like. What if Postman Pat was now he's going to Italy or some shit?
Look up, what the Fireman Sam movie, is that the same? Where Fireman Sam has to deal with aliens? Anyway, man, you should rewatch the Simpsons movie so you can be like, this is a really terrible, shitty movie.
Yeah,
That
it's
sucks. Anyway,
yeah,
James,
that's,
fight me. How dare you like that movie?
I kind of just hearing that now, I'm like, that's a bit disappointing because that would have made more sense if that was Scorpio. Okay, that would have been nice if that.
I don't
was,
think it would have
Wolfcat.
made sense if it
Well,
was Scorpio.
It would have been
It
nicer.
would have made just as much sense.
Just as much
Yeah.
sense, and
It's
it would have
just
been
like-
nicer to be like, that's a Wolfcat. Oh, it would have been nice if there was like this romance with.
They should make the Simpsons movie too.
Millhouse.
They think they're talking about it.
Do another one.
But Matt Groening, he said recently, he was like, look, when one of the main cast members dies, that's it. He was like, this, obviously the show's a shelf life. Another
you
weird
think
thing
that-
about the Simpsons movie, right, is it opens with them in church and Grandpa has a prophecy about what's going to happen in the movie. Like God gives him a prophecy. And then like they dedicate like, I don't know, 20 minutes to like, what's Grandpa's prophecy? And then what he prophesized comes true, but it doesn't really affect. And it's like, imagine if like, I don't know, the beginning of fucking, what's a movie we all know?
Just any movie.
The movie, if the beginning of Alien had a character be like, oh, this is going to happen in this movie, and then it did. Like, you could cut 20 minutes of the beginning of the Simpsons movie and it would not affect anything.
right?
20 minutes of the 87-minute runtime.
You could have.
You think that's
If there was a 20-minute scene added to that of someone saying what's going to happen in the movie, yes, you
can cut
it
that.
so it becomes your 87-minute movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
no. I'm saying, do we think that Jackson is right and that Grandpa Simpson has a prophecy that lasts 20 minutes
Well,
of an 87-minute
it's like Grandpa Simpson
movie?
has a prophecy and then they debate what the prophecy's about. And
Okay.
God, that movie
Again,
sucked, dude.
time dilation is clearly wrong
Yeah.
of how long it is. But yes, you could have cut that and saved some
You don't need
frames.
it.
And
Yeah, but
then
also like you could have cut.
did something
You could have
else.
cut Green Day.
Yeah.
You could have cut.
No, Green Day is necessary because Green Day are on The Simpsons, the lake that's really polluted, and then they get killed by it. And so the lake's really polluted. Having Grandpa be like, this is going to happen in the movie, and then it does? For what? They also, the pig, the famous pig, one of the worst parts of the movie, brings nothing, isn't relevant. I mean, kind of it. But anyway, just disappears halfway through. They just don't, they stop caring. It never gets resolved.
Plopper is important because Plopper
Well,
is
it's his shit that leads to the lake, but he pushes the Simpsons are trying to escape the angry mob. They're crossing into Flanders' house over a plank. This is about maybe 2/3 of the way through the movie. Harry Plopper, the pig, knocks the plank, so they fall. Last we see him.
Damn.
They killed that pig. That's
They
awesome.
were never going to have a resolution with the guy that should have been Hank Scorpio too, until really far toward the end of the movie where they were like, oh, I guess we need to resolve that part. Anyway,
Yeah.
probably one of my least favorite movies, I would say.
Yeah, that's
Well,
awesome.
Yeah.
To
I like
answer-
how passionate you are.
Yeah.
Thank you.
To answer what is Grange Hill, it's just it's a children's TV show based in a school.
Wait, is Grange Hill the show where the kid falls out the window and that was like a real controversial death
Maybe.
where they kill a
couldn't tell you.
kid?
I don't know.
Couldn't
Could have
tell
been.
you.
But you remember the TV show Something in the Air? It's an
Yeah.
Australian, I think, TV show. Yeah. Or maybe it wasn't.
Grange Hill has had
Had a good
31
theme song,
seasons.
I think. Yeah, all British TV shows either go for no time at all or 1 million years.
601 episodes. The original run actually ended on 599.
God damn, dude.
Do
Do we have any swings for the fences about the Bagpuss movie? Do we think anything crazy is going to happen?
I guess, again, it's so hard to go off anything. How did the last episode end?
They meet
Just nothing
more
special.
of the same.
Yeah.
They
Is it
meet a
yeah.
new guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they don't set up any questions.
It
to
seems like
answer.
that they're going to have a new guy to join their posse, but then it turns out that he doesn't work like how the song says he was going to work. So he's just
It's just sort of around.
because they've got an inside-out house.
Yeah, yeah. So there's no real great resolution. I think swing for the fence. Bagpuss is gonna meet like a contemporary British celebrity,
Okay.
like fucking Mr. Bean cameo.
Rowan Atkinson.
Yeah, Mr. Bean cameo.
I think he's going to
That's
meet
my
someone
swing
on a
for the
lower
fence.
tier list than Mr. Bean.
What about like a Paddington cameo?
No way.
Jimmy Savile cameo?
Crossing over with 28 years later.
Yeah.
What about like a so celebrity, but like a reality TV?
Oh yeah,
celebrity?
okay, could be.
Yeah.
Is there
Or
a
like,
famous?
I haven't seen Happy Gilmore 2,
yeah.
but I am led to believe that is a bit of a cameo fuckfest,
Mm.
and it's a bit of a cameo fuckfest of like kids of famous people
Oh,
who are
okay.
they themselves either trying to be or are
I reckon
famous.
Bagpuss is going to meet J.K. Rowling.
Oh, okay.
Mm,
That would be crazy.
That would be crazy.
Get Joe in there.
But
What-
Joe
what-
loves money. Joe probably not charging that much for a film appearance.
Yeah.
And also, people that love Bagpuss don't care that she's a sack of shit would be
Yeah,
my
I was going to say,
claim.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you reckon, though, that that's what people... Yeah, look, hey.
Maybe. I think
maybe.
Joe would charge too much, honestly.
Yeah.
I reckon she loves Bagpuss.
You reckon?
They both have the same wretched, wet concrete energy.
I think that you could get a Great British Bake Off section of this movie, where Bagpuss ends up in the Great British
that
Bake Off
fucking-
some fucking how.
A Mighty Boosh guy cameo.
Noel Fielding?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or Julian Barrett, the other
No,
guy
no,
no one
no,
talks
Noel
about
Fielding.
anymore.
Like, Bagpuss accidentally makes a pie, and then Noel
Yeah.
Fielding's like, what's this shit?
Oh, bloody hell, there's a fucking Bagpuss in your
Or,
pie.
you know what? Do you know who's even cheaper?
Yeah.
Cancel actors. Little Britain cameos.
Oh, true.
Both of the people behind Little Britain have done rancid things.
Yeah. Or what's his face? You know, he stinks. He's
information.
Christian now.
More information. Oh,
Russell
Russell
Brand.
Brand.
Russell Brand cameo.
Oh,
So okay. So this is a cheap. So we're pitching at this moment. We think this company cheap cash grab that is just going to just fill this movie with nothing but sex pests and cancelled actors and people with wretched opinions because they're cheap.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
I don't know.
But also nostalgic.
Is
Russell
appearing
Brand
on
cheap?
maybe who knows?
I don't reckon he
Appearing
would
on
be.
Bagpuss will it's
fix.
part of that like alt right trajectory of like your apology tour.
Yeah, you
or
got to
like
appear on
get
Bagpuss.
back into the public eye. Like, I'll stop swearing, doing drugs publicly, and then I will also, some sort of religion.
You got to convert to
usually
Christianity.
Of
You
some,
got to
some,
do
some
it,
vibe. And then from there, it's like, and then a Bagpuss cameo.
Yeah, of course, you got to do the Bagpuss cameo as part of your tour.
Last movie that Russell Brand was in was a voice acted role for a movie called Under the Boardwalk, which is a movie about crabs. Looks like this.
Looks like shit. Looks like shit.
Yeah.
Looks like shit.
Yeah.
Russell Brand.
It was published by Paramount, who have an agreement with Three Wise, because Paramount Plus also own the streaming
Imagine
rights.
Russell Brand's voicing Bagpuss. That would be so funny.
Oh, there might have
Could
been like
happen.
again. There was a time when that would have been like yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Does Russell Brand voice Hop in the movie Hop?
No, isn't he? Wait,
I think he does.
yes.
I think he's the rabbit, the Easter rabbit. Yeah.
He's also Dr.
oh.
Nefario in Minions Rise of Gru.
Oh, that's right.
That's
What about
his last big role?
other loathed piece of shit everyone hates, doesn't necessarily do anything terrible in
Yeah.
terms of sex pestiness.
Ricky Gervais?
No, or maybe or has also played a cat. Corden.
Yeah,
Corden?
James
James
Corden.
Corden.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
James
he'll
Corden.
be in it.
He'll be in it, dude.
Although
James
he's-
Corden could be Bagpuss. That's actually probably the best casting we've got, I reckon.
Yeah.
He seems like what's his like? I'm trying to think of his voice and like also crying.
James Corden.
Yeah, he kind of has.
Yeah.
Oh, hello, it's me,
Welcome to James Corden's late night show.
Yeah, do it crying.
Oh, welcome to James Corden's late night show.
Yeah.
I'm not on TV anymore.
I think I like the idea of a late night talk show where the host is crying. You're here to talk about your latest movie? Is it good? Is it funny? Do we have a clip? Let's look at the clip.
Can we run
Run the clip. Are you okay? Yeah. I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
I'm back.
They just tell me the most upsetting thing possible before we start the show.
I'm in the movie.
That's how we get it going. Okay, time for the karaoke dance segment.
So yeah, I think cheap cameos by
sings Cat Stevens songs solely.
Cats in the cradle of the silver spoon.
so cheap cameos by
Famous canceled actors.
yeah, or like not like full on cancelled, but like cancelled in the sense of like the cancellation was there, but it didn't quite latch on. It definitely is a real thing. They've
Yeah.
taken a huge step back from the spotlight to avoid it
But they'll
becoming
just
cemented.
they'll be cheaper, I guess, because of that reason. Sure.
And yeah, it's just going to be like it's going to look like shit, and it's going to be another episode of Bagpuss.
I don't know music much, but is there like a sort of either a contemporary British band that's on the up and rise, or like an older British band that are probably like in the next 5 years all members will
Sex
die,
Pistols.
like the Who or whatever, that they do a rendition of say the Bagpuss.
Oh,
I think it'll just be like a composer. Also, while we discuss this,
Yeah.
I'll let you guys take the music segment because this episode's been going for ages and I'm about to piss my
okay. Go
pants.
piss. Go piss.
Oh no, but he's the music guy.
Well, we got to
Wow.
remember music bands that are British.
The Who?
The Who? Okay. Has
Okay.
been mentioned already.
I have mentioned the Who just prior.
No, don't play the Beatles.
Don't play the Beatles.
Don't play the Beatles. That'll be so expensive.
The Who are down to their last two living members, I believe, and have recently just announced their retirement. I'm not back from pissing yet. I haven't left.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, go piss.
Distracted!
No, duh. What about the remaining Beatles? Get them in?
Oh yeah,
George
There's-
Harrison?
there's-
No, he's dead.
Yeah, there's two. Yeah,
Ringo
and other guy, Paul McCartney.
Yeah. You could get them in to do Bagpuss.
I guess
Possibly.
Like, have they gone on and been like, we love Bagpuss?
I don't know. I assume any British person who was alive in the 70s does.
Yeah,
You know?
Well, yeah. They
But
could do-
it depends. Yeah. I'm sure there's a cheaper band than the Beatles.
yeah. Well, maybe, well, I don't know.
Yeah.
Wings.
Wings?
But like, yeah, it's trying to think,
Johnny
like,
Rotten?
I just don't know like that much contemporary British like musicians at all. So to be like, oh yeah, who are they going to get? Like this was like back in 2004. Like I mean, like okay, she's not British, but Katy Perry.
Katy Perry? Yeah. She could
I
do
guess
the
'cause we just
soundtrack.
mentioned Russell Brand.
Yeah. It's on your mind.
yeah.
She was also in that episode of The Simpsons where Mo tries to have sex with her as a puppet.
As a puppet,
That's
hey?
pretty cool. Yeah. You ever seen Susan Sarandon? She got given, when she guested on The Simpsons, she got given a like a Simpsons Letterman jacket that she still wears to this day. I think that's fucking awesome, dude.
Oh yeah, I mean,
I would love that
That
jacket
would be a
from her.
prized possession.
Yeah, of course, dude.
I hope there's a lot of like Bagpuss merch.
Yeah,
like, speaking
true.
of like clothing and like Letterman jackets, like if there was like a Letterman, like a Bagpuss Letterman jacket,
Yes,
ah,
I'd be wearing that
sign me
every
up.
fucking day, dude.
Oh yeah,
They don't
like as much as I dislike Bagpuss, I will wear the fuck out of the merch.
Do you think if movies started releasing merch you could get at the cinema, they'd make some fucking money?
Maybe. Like, it depends, because also you don't want to, like, presume too much. Like, for example, like, say Drive. If they were selling the jacket that Mr. Drive wore, yes, they would have probably made a lot of money, but they would have had to have known
that people were going to go crazy for the
that
jacket.
Drive jacket. So it's hard to kind of like,
There are some movies I would love. I would love a Black. I'm sad when Black Adam was out, I didn't get a Black Adam T-shirt from like.
I reckon there
Kmart or
might
some
be
shit.
some somewhere in clearance or an op shop.
Surely, if I find one at an op shop, I will grab it.
We've been
Tell
at
you
a
my greatest op shop find recently.
I'm back, and also we've been in a zing that was selling heaps of Black Adam stuff on clearance.
I
Like
wasn't
$2
even
each.
fucking looking.
You
dude.
were there. We discussed it. You were like, I'm not going to
Wasn't
use
paying
it.
attention.
I don't remember.
You're
He
not
was
paying
not
attention to the
paying
conversation we were having where you were holding this stuff
I
up.
don't recall that at
paying
all.
attention.
You talk a
Sounds-
big game all
Sounds
the
like
time.
it could happen. Could have been anyone. You sure it was me?
A huge game like
I found a T-shirt recently at a thrift store that just says PS5 on the front.
That's awesome.
But it's clearly not like official PlayStation 5 merch. Clearly somebody like got it custom made, and I think that's really interesting. Like, who was like, I need a PS5 T-shirt in like medium sizing. Anyway, I'm very proud of it.
Yeah, no, did you buy it?
Yeah.
Good.
I've got it. I'll wear it at some point.
Fantastic.
So
yeah, I don't know. I reckon like contemporary, like they're trying to, like a whoever musical guest, whatever, to like modernize the Bagpuss.
That's what I'm excited for most now that we're talking about it. A modern rendition of the Bagpuss song, because it is so distinctly that kind of hauntological 1970s music that what it'll sound like, with a
There's no singing there, so it probably won't even be a band doing it.
Yeah, that's true. But anyway,
Once
they
upon a
will
time.
update it, I'm sure. Huh?
Once upon a time.
Maybe they'll add lyrics.
Yeah.
Bagpuss.
Just getting, I don't know. Yeah,
because
if,
people have
if Fatboy Slim could get the original,
Fatboy Slim.
like
Great
bullshit
choice.
from Bagpuss to kind of do like a sweet kind of rendition there, that'd be
something
absolutely
fucking
wonderful.
crazy about this Fatboy Slim pull.
Yeah.
He is an English DJ.
Yeah, he could do
I
it,
know.
dude. Yeah.
I think you were just like, he's done remixes or whatever.
No, yeah.
Look, my music knowledge is like bottom of the barrel, but there's like
Fatboy
remnants
Slim's
there.
in there.
It's something like, oh yeah.
You could imagine Bagpuss and crew, they leave the hole that they arrived in, and they see a contemporary Britain, and then over the opening credits, we get that kind of remixed Bagpuss intro.
I think you're going the
Nick
wrong way.
Frost.
Nick Frost, true.
Chuck him in there. Why
He'll
not?
do it, dude. He's not doing anything else.
What's Simon Pegg up to
They're not making
these days?
Paul too.
Get a reunion of Simon Pegg and Nick Frost and put it in Bagpuss.
David Mitchell,
Why not?
Robert Webb. They've got that sketch show out that I've heard is terrible. So, and they reference Professor Yaffle once in Peep Show. So,
Chuck them in there.
It's cool
Just
to
get
know
a
that
lot
the
of-
two Peep Show guys, they made perfect television. They're like, what if we fell off?
yes, yeah. What if we fell off and we're both like, what if the kind of character that David Mitchell played is just like kind of who David Mitchell is?
I think that's the
in
whole
real
point. Yeah.
life. Yeah, it's pretty funny. I've heard the sketch show they're doing is atrocious. Which, whatever, who cares?
Get Jimmy Carr in.
Get Jimmy Carr.
Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we'll be first in line to see it at
Oh,
the
yeah,
movies. 'cause of
100%.
course,
I don't even know if it'll hit screens here.
yeah,
in
we will
Australia.
watch it on Channel 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. First to 10, mate, if it still exists.
Exactly.
Sorry, 7, mate.
It'll go to Channel 10. It'll either go to we'll go to Nickelodeon, which is now the Channel 10.
Kids programming block? Interesting.
It's just called Nickelodeon, though.
Is that also available for streaming?
Probably.
Yeah.
It'll be on Paramount Plus for streaming.
They won't have an exclusive deal with Stan in Australia?
Yeah, maybe.
No,
Maybe we get to
because
stream
10
it with
is Paramount
Stan.
Plus.
Yeah.
Stan's Channel 9, I think.
Well,
Yeah.
damn.
Shit out of luck.
Shit out of luck.
Hopefully it's a cinema release.
Let us know as well in the comments of this video, on the comments on Spotify, where you can also comment, or just on the Facebook group, anywhere, the Discord, plus Discord, wherever you can access. Are you excited? If you're a British person of Bagpuss age, are you excited for this movie? Like, are you like...
This is for our 70-plus audience.
Or like, yeah, if you have very like, I guess,
60-plus.
sweet memories of Bagpuss, either you yourself or you caught reruns, or like, you know, a parent or
feels like the kind of thing you could have had on VHS growing up. You know?
You know, a parent or a grandparent, you know, was like, oh, here's
let's watch Bagpuss,
and give it a watch, and like, I'm sure that those people exist.
Yeah.
Surely.
I know you like, thank goodness, the new Bagpuss. And what are you excited? What do you hope happens in the new Bagpuss movie?
Like if you were given the reins of a Bagpuss film, like what would you
What
do?
would you make it, you know?
Yeah, I'm like, you could make this very sincere and you could kind of make it a really nice, like, you know, touching story. But
Yeah.
no, I don't think we're getting
I don't think that's what we're getting.
we're getting
It's so weird to think that I can never imagine a world, and maybe this is just the Australian TV landscape, where they would do this to any of the shows I watched growing up. Like, I can't, if they were like, they're making a Johnson and Friends movie, I would be like, what the fuck?
Finally, a Genie Down Under film.
Yes!
Yes.
Oh, they should make a Genie Down Under movie.
Yeah.
Genie from Down Under.
Or like Ocean Girl, the
Yes. Oh, dude, there are some the heater Australian
movie. Actually,
kids.
yeah, maybe they could make some great things.
I think if they're ever going to do that, it'll be around the twist movie, frankly.
Yeah.
That, I feel like, has got the most sort of cachet as an iconic Aussie kids show.
Yeah.
Strange things happen when you go around the twist, dude.
They do.
Yeah.
They really do. Speaking of strange things, though.
Yeah. Let's jump to the bsboyspod@gmail.com inbox and see what the fucking fuckers have to say.
We've once again turned hostile.
Yeah.
This is from Brian. They say, hey, BS boys, long-time listener to all your brain-worsening content. Thank you guys for all the hard work you do. It actively makes me dumber. It's the best. You're welcome. You guys recently-ish went on a rant about how much you love Jimmy Cameron's Avatar movies and how excited you are for the upcoming movies.
Yes.
While I don't share your excitement for these movies, my taste in movies is dog shit, so I wouldn't listen to my opinion. I like to know Way Home for one. Yeah, you are an idiot. It got me wondering, is there anything James Cameron could do to absolutely ruin the future movies for you?
Yeah.
Is there a directorial choice so heinous that if it occurs in Fire and Ash, you will no longer be excited for the future Pandorian adventures? Thanks again for all you do. P.S. On your recommendations, I picked up Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, and was blown away by not just the story, but the artwork as well. So thank you for that as well.
If James Cameron, you know, makes his movie look like shit, that would be bad.
I think more like, you know,
if it's comedic.
Yeah, I was gonna say if he does some like, oh, are they behind me kind of like extreme
MCU writing.
MCU Joss Whedon.
Well, yeah, because the whole thing is like
writing.
he'd have to change a fair bit. I mean, he could fuck it up.
Well, I think there's what I'm really like.
Every director can.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Like, I mean, like if Fire and Ash comes out and it goes for 4 hours and the pacing's so slow that it's pretty much unwatchable.
Yeah.
We'll get to that in a second.
Yeah. I think as well, like the idea, what I really like about the Avatar movies is how each movie has kind of iterated on the themes of the first one in interesting ways.
Yeah.
Like obviously in the first one you go, oh, Jake Sully's come in to save the Na'vi. And then in the second one you go, actually has he or has he just made things worse? If they kind of did a turnabout and were like, well, we're no longer exploring that, or we're no longer kind of like, you know, exploring the kind of like character relationships, and it's just become far more generic. Maybe that would be.
I guess if it be like the critique of like a surface level when everyone looks at Dune and they're like, oh, this again, when it's actually like a critique of that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like it's the critique of following a charismatic leader. Anyway,
which I think the Avatar movies are kind of heading in that direction.
Yeah.
So if they kind of pulled back on that.
I mean, Avatar
that
is just like a sprawling epic at this point.
Yeah,
It's like the first one, people can have that. Like, I see once again, charismatic lead, everyone leading towards, you know, Jake Sully. Oh, yeah, the white savior. Yeah. And the second one is like, ow.
He's kind of fucked it
Hang
up.
on.
His
Has he?
family's on the run.
He's lost
His
a
kid dies.
Yeah, like he's kind of...
He wants to give up, but because he can't.
Neytiri is kind
and
of
then-
realizing that maybe, like, she shouldn't... Again, if they have a divorce in the third one,
Oh,
Avatar divorce.
What is Na'vi divorce?
I don't know, dude. You
What's a Na'vi lawyer like?
Na'vi lawyer.
So yeah, I mean, like, there's a bunch of stuff. Like, I mean, if he cheaped out, he started using like generative AI, so it looks like shit. He started filming it in a cupboard and not caring.
Oh yeah, like if it was like,
It becomes cameo heavy.
Yeah, cameo heavy. There's a Spider-Man.
If a portal open, if there's pauses for claps.
Yeah. When they introduce the
if he uses the volume.
Starts using the volume. If the writing changes so that it's not just a sincere story, but instead is like, I'm Jake Sully, and you're probably wondering how I got here.
Look at this, you freaky dog.
Yeah.
Isn't that fucked up?
Yeah,
But-
I'm Jake Sully. I've lost a child. Probably wondering why I'm so chipper.
It's gonna be hard though to do that. I think the worst he could probably do now is just like make a movie where like it's just not engaging at all and looks bad. But because like a lot of these other changes, he would have to go against who he is as a human being.
Yes, absolutely. It would something would have had to have gone pretty wrong.
Now, speaking of Avatar, Jackson, I made the dangerous decision to put myself out there, and I said, listeners,
send us your opinion. Which we should never do.
I disagree. I think it's opened up a lovely discourse because honestly, it is a bit eye-opening and a little bit like it's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so I said, hey, look, tell me why you hate Avatar.
Yeah.
Because like I don't understand. I was like, look, you listen to this podcast, so I understand you like certain pop culture things. If you hate Avatar, but you like the MCU and stuff like that. Like, why do you hate Avatar? Like, help me understand. Please tell me what type of movies you watch.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear that you only go to independent cinema.
What blockbusters are you watching? Why
Anyway, so then
it's interesting, Jody, before you get into that, just very quickly, like you are actually a very interesting case when it comes to Avatar because you came into Avatar late. Like you never watched it when it first came out.
No.
Absolutely.
Because like I don't know why, either like
I was working at a cinema, so I was sick of it.
Yeah.
I was
either
you,
that
listeners.
or like it was the people talking about like, oh, it's this whatever reason why you just didn't see it, and then it was like, no, it's actually really fun, it's good, etc. And you watched it, and you're like, oh no, shit, it's great, I get it. And then it's a very you have like a very unique, I think, perspective.
Absolutely, and plus you're a guy who liked the movies. You know, you're a Johnny Movies guy. So it's not like you're coming in, with a
Now let's get to the opposite of that because we've got two very vocal listeners who have started, I would say, discourse. And now, because I said I wouldn't get angry, I don't know if they've come out swinging because they're like, I'm
safe.
Well, the gloves are on.
Exactly.
So this is from Elliot. Hi, friendly neighborhood Avatar not enjoyer here. So why do I not care about Avatar? First film. Boring, derivative, no substance to it. As the boys said, it's very difficult to remember any of the characters' names. If you asked 50 people to name the guy from Avatar, some would say Aang, some would say Smurf guy, and probably some would say Jake Sully. The first one wasn't good unless you saw it in IMAX with 3D glasses. Yeah. Now, this is me, Joel, speaking again now.
Yeah.
This was truly a test of my will.
Every message was really.
No, but this one, that intro paragraph.
Oh, dude.
Just like
anyway, I'll keep going.
Wrong.
Yeah.
Before we jump in, to anything, I'll read this, and then there's also one that goes kind of hand in hand.
Yeah.
Because they're both long and they both hit the same points.
Yes. Yeah.
And they're two big topics of the SANSPANTS Radio Stuff and Nonsense Facebook group that people used as a jumping off point.
To give their own opinions. Yeah.
I watched it Christmas Day 2011 on a regular-sized TV, and whilst the effects still looked pretty, it just wasn't an engaging film. Also, yes, it stole the plot from Dances with Wolves. Whatever many films steal plots, that's not an issue. Unobtainium is dumb as hell. Come on, you'd mock the name if it was in Marvel. Also, waiting 13 years for a sequel was a dumb move. I'm not saying do what Marvel do and make 1 million Avatar sequels a year, but damn, most people didn't give a fuck when it came out because everyone forgot it existed. As for movies I like, I'm Joe MCU. Yeah, I know you want to jump in. I also want to jump in because not only a bunch of this stuff isn't even opinions, it's just fact that is wrong.
It's like so many veins are just popping.
No.
Oh, yeah.
As for movies I like, I'm Joe MCU. I think the weaker films are still more interesting to watch than Avatar. I tried rewatching Avatar before Way of Water and just could not bring myself to want to watch the sequel. My film taste won't shock anyone. I'm fairly generic in my choices, really. I like some Christopher Nolan. He's my favorite director. I liked Superman, but I think the DCEU under Zack Snyder sucked donkey dick. I also, and this may be irrelevant, really couldn't get into Blade Runner 2049. I've tried so far because I really like Dune, but I just don't get Blade Runner.
Yeah. First of all,
No. That's
okay.
We got another one.
Okay, go through the other one. Go through the other one. Go through the other one. That's fine.
This is from Steven. This is from Steven. And like Steven has seen Elliot's message and been like, well, I don't want Elliot to be the only person with the worst takes in the world.
Yeah. I gotta throw out my hat in the ring.
Okay, Joel Dushel.
Oh, hang on. He can't have the dunce hat. I want the dunce hat.
Give me the dunce hat of movies.
Okay, Joel Dushel, let's get down to business about Avatar. It's basic. No character in it is compelling or interesting. They are bland character templates that we've all seen a million times before, but with no individuality or flavor. The setting is initially interesting at surface level, but it clearly hasn't been thought through, and it lacks interesting artifacts. There's no lightsaber, no DeLorean, no motion tracker, no gun star, not even Han Solo's whip. You wouldn't think the tech for the actual Avatar or you would think the tech for the actual Avatar or the mechs would count, but it's just template shit we've seen a million times before. Nothing in it is iconic. The closest you get is unobtainium, and it's a joke. The writing isn't memorable at all, other than Pop a Dragon, and that's because it's bad. The plot is just a copy-paste with nothing original or interesting added. On first watch, it's fine, even good. The spectacle and the veneer of engineered competence make it go down smooth. The more you're exposed to it, the worse it gets. Too long didn't read. Avatar is the McDonald's of movies.
Goodness.
Yes, more so than the MCU. That's KFC. But at least the MCU is interestingly bad occasionally.
Yeah.
Oh, you asked what movies I like? I have varied taste. My Dinner with Andre is good, but so is Die Hard. I'd say the greatest movie of all time is the 1986 Transformers movie.
You've got the touch.
Well, first of all, unobtainium, a name everybody loves to make fun of, wasn't made up by Avatar. I don't know if people know this, but it's a phrase used by scientists and engineers to refer to a material
really?
Since the late 1950s. Since the late 1950s, aerospace engineers have used the term unobtainium when referring to unusual or costly materials, or when theoretically considering a material perfect for their needs in all respects, except that it does not exist.
Okay, and
That's so funny that like
Not even made up
the
by
things that
Avatar.
you grab onto and that's and it's like, oh, actually it's there's been a meticulous like research about
also
or, like, at least history.
waiting
So funny
13 years
anyway.
to do a sequel. That's you people go crazy for legacy sequels, and that's a big break. Anyway, so 13 years. Yeah, they wanted to make sure the movie was good. Second of all, you claim no one cared. Let me just so box office.
Well, I think it's really
mojo.
funny. And look, obviously
Hang on, sorry, I just hang on. Avatar,
It's the same thing because like we're on the flip side of this when it comes to like say Deadpool and Wolverine because we really didn't like that film, but it did make a lot of money.
Yeah.
We don't say no one cares about.
You gotta
it.
That's the thing,
accept.
though. We're like, I don't. It wasn't for me. I didn't get it.
horrible.
But it was a very horrible movie going experience. But I understand why people like that.
Yeah.
and I get it, and I understand it. Whereas I actually don't get why people don't
like Deadpool, Wolverine,
like,
or why they don't like Avatar. Yeah, absolutely.
And then for like some of the opinions that we're getting.
Well, I think, look, no disrespect to you, Steven, but the idea of being like the movie's bad because I can't get a toy of something is an embarrassing opinion. And also, I think, thinking about that, I was like, a crazy thing about the Avatar franchise is there's no funny little guy, right? And every movie these days, if it's like an epic, an adventure, a fantasy, they'll put a funny little guy in there because you can make a toy of it, you can make a plush of it.
I love
Avatar
me a Babu Frick.
Yeah, Babu Frick or BB-8 or whatever, but Avatar is pretty kind of committed to being like, well, our aliens look freaky.
Yeah.
This is just a
So
sci-fi
I've just double checked that. So no one cares. Avatar: The Way of Water is the third highest grossing film of all time.
Yeah.
And James Cameron's got 3 of the top 4.
Yeah.
Like again, and the whole like no artifacts. But I do remember like after seeing Avatar the very first time, like I didn't see it in 3D.
No.
I think I saw regular cinema. And yeah, like being like, I really wish I could have either an action figure or like, because again, like, or a those the statue type things that look kind of cool. It's like, I wish I could have one of those.
Crab robots from Way of Water. This thing's fucking rock.
I don't remember if I could at the time, or if the ones that were released didn't look that great because they were a bit either cheaply made, or I was too poor and I couldn't afford like the nicer looking ones.
I remember when Way of Water came out, there were a bunch of crab robot toys that I was like, oh, that's really cool.
The Lego was sick.
Yeah, but I'm like, well, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm no disrespect, an adult.
Yes.
I don't need a toy of Avatar at the moment. I'm good.
Okay, another thing I just want to touch on.
Yeah.
So first of all, you've used the South Park description. So that's already an awesome sign. Elliot.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's funny because they're Smurfs and it's Dancing with Wolves. You complain about the length of Avatar. Have you seen Dances with Wolves? Like, are you upset? Okay, you're like, oh, Avatar stole the plot of Dances with Wolves. Yeah, have you seen Dances with Wolves? That movie goes for 3 hours and 50 minutes.
Oh, that's the thing. The whole thing of like, I just copied Dances with Wolves. But the thing is, like, I don't think you've seen Dances with Wolves. I haven't seen Dances with Wolves.
And if you have seen Dances with Wolves, have you seen... You've watched the MCU, all of those stories are exactly the fucking same. Yeah. In fact, they came under criticism constantly in the MCU. And just because I think that the MCU does the same things you're complaining about Avatar to like, none of this is going to change your mind.
Of course not.
And I understand that. But I was worried. I was like, am I missing something?
Yeah.
And no, it turns out that everyone's just saying insane shit.
And everybody's response, it was so crazy the amount of people that were like, oh, it's boring. I just find that bizarre.
I think... that because it isn't Bad Boys, it isn't the action comedy, it's just it's a sci-fi film.
Yeah.
It's slow, but not slow, like it's methodically
paced. It's not slow paced. It's not a slow burn movie.
Yeah.
It's just like
Way of Water is because there's this
that's true, actually. The first third of Way of Water is pretty like
I understand that it's quite long, but again, watching it, and the Way of Water, I watched multiple times in the cinema. It didn't feel like a slog. No. It didn't feel like that. Like I've seen movies that are 90 minutes and they felt like they've gone for a billion years. I've seen movies that like the 2 hours and you feel those every single minute.
Yeah.
It's just like I don't know. It's just maybe I think they're very good at the craft of making a film to make things very interesting, so it doesn't feel like it is a slog, and he makes it very well paced. Where it is going, there's a bit of an action thing.
And
he's very good at the craft.
Look, I can almost understand the criticism that the first Avatar is like not generic, but that it plays on a lot of classic tropes. I think that's a fair criticism, honestly.
But we've got a second movie now.
But I think the thing about Way of Water and what makes it so good is that it takes those tropes, it takes those things you assume.
But actually, the final fight is just the Titanic because there's a boat sinking.
Like to take the first movie where you have a guy who is like so extremely xenophobic, and like is this like macho, army bad guy, and then in the next movie to be like, we're taking again the Avatar program that in the first movie is treated as this kind of amazing thing, and what Jake Sully decides to fully commit to this life, and to be like, we're gonna do that to the bad guy and watch as it fucks up his worldview. That's cool.
Yeah.
To go, this guy who is the savior of everyone, who has sacrificed everything to protect the Na'vi, and to see that it's not working, and now he has to grapple with that. That's cool.
Also, so Elliot, I think your issues, because you say it's boring, derivative, there's no substance to it. You don't like Blade Runner. You like Dune. Your favorite director is Christopher Nolan. Now, Blade Runner does this thing as well. You need to care about the characters. And I think that the movie does make you care. But if you're someone that doesn't give a fuck about emotions in movies, Avatar, like Way of Water is going to bounce off you as well. And
true.
I also think that Steven might have the same thing of like, I'm watching blue CGI people. I can't connect to them emotionally, so I don't care.
It's crazy to imagine any Marvel movie having substance, I will say.
They did for a little bit, sort of.
Which one?
I mean, like, when you...
Give me one.
Well, you got to understand, Infinity War is so emotional because they lose. No, but like, prior to that...
I guess, like, I would say Secret...
Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier has emotion. There's interesting stuff as Captain
Civil
America has to
War?
grapple. Yeah, Civil War.
Yeah,
Civil
that
War.
was some stuff.
Civil War is a messy film, and especially on rewatch, I was like, oh, wow, this is nowhere near as good as I remember
But
it
it does have...
But it has a shockingly pretty strong emotional core.
Yes,
which is really good. Now again, that
was probably the last time the MCU, Mr. Stark or whatever. I'm sorry.
I'm dust, Mr. Stark.
I'm a baby boy and I can't spider bite my way out of this.
I still
people talk about
that moment where Tony's like, I don't care, he killed my mom.
Yeah.
It's so
It's
fucking
great.
good.
It's good. Yeah.
Civil War's the last. Black Panther?
Sort of.
Either way.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Is it the whole emotionally can't connect with like blue people because they're a little bit removed?
Yeah.
And then it's like with Blade Runner,
It's also
like,
the pacing.
I can't connect with them because they're a robot.
No. I think it's the pacing there. Like, I think that
Fuck, it's so good though.
Yeah.
like
Blade Runner
those
was
like
awesome.
Blade Runner is really because actually Avatar kind of does this too.
Yeah.
They're both like a Blade Runner. They're like such a I know June is here too, but that doesn't rely on emotions.
Yeah.
That's like a play on. you
Yeah,
need
I
to,
guess.
Yeah.
Because like June is like that's very slow and it's
Yeah.
very like June. If you were like, look, that was a slog and I couldn't get through it. I'm like, look, I liked it, but I
Yeah,
understand
fair
that
enough.
100% complete because that pacing is.
And if you stop paying attention, like everything's like you could, and I would never recommend this, but you could second screen watch Avatar and get it.
Yeah.
Try and second screen watch June your first time.
lost.
You think you
Lost
watched it
and
wrong.
afraid.
You
are
did
very
not.
wrong. Yeah,
But if you're, but
Yeah.
with Blade Runner, it's like a very cold world.
It is
but the
and it's a-
emotion
yeah.
slowly builds up as I always called him K,
Agent
but
K?
that's
No, he's
That's-
Agent K
yeah.
is like
From Men in Black. Yeah.
It is K, isn't it?
I think so. I think it's K.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a kind of cold.
But like, there's that weird
clinical-
thing as well. Like we're talking about, because like again, Blade Runner 2049. I'm like, I love that movie. I think
Yeah,
it's great.
thought it was
I
really good
cannot
too.
name any the characters' names. I know Ryan Gosling, and then I know.
Oh, we were right.
the
It
late-
was K. So it turns out we did know.
I know,
K,
like, Batista's
Deckard.
in there. Deckard. But again, it's like just because you don't latch onto their name doesn't necessarily make it a bad
Well, yeah, I think
film
this
or a
is
bad piece
this
of media.
weird idea. Yeah.
I understand. Like I know Aang from Avatar, but that's because you had so many like episodes. To kind of
Also,
grab
you
onto.
watched it as a baby,
Yeah.
probably.
But I also think it's just a really
I don't know.
weird metric that we use for movies these days, where we go, well, there's no fandom around the movie,
Maybe.
and somehow that makes
Yeah.
it a bad movie. Nobody's writing fan fiction. I remember people saying that about Avatar 1, and you're like, and somehow that like is a metric or a yardstick
Yeah.
to determine the quality of a film. Nobody makes fan fiction about the After Sunset movie, the before
Sunrise,
Sunset
yeah.
movies
Yes,
or whatever. And what's the artifact for those films? What's the famous gun from the Before Sunrise movie? You know,
the train, and then the
guess.
book, and then the divorce, maybe.
Like, I think
But there's the boat that they go on.
Oh
it's
yeah,
nice.
the pier that it ends on. They don't actually get divorced. If you're worried about spoilers, it's
I think
or maybe
people-
they do.
Or maybe they do. That's the whole,
Or
that's
maybe
the whole
they
point.
don't.
That's the whole point of those films. Are you optimist or are you not?
I
Fuck,
think
what a good film.
it's just
Anyway.
crazy to me that people are like how to interpret or engage with any kind of art is whether or not if I go to Zing I can buy it on a t-shirt.
Yeah.
To me that's insane.
And I would even understand if people were like, Avatar's fine.
Yeah.
But the thing is,
I could even understand if people were like it bounces off me.
yeah.
That's okay. You
But to
you don't
say
have
that
to like the movie.
it bounces off, I think I've really thrown people through a loop who have made their entire personality being like, Avatar sucks, actually.
Yeah.
By being like, yeah, okay, why?
Yeah.
Because usually people have to defend why they like something, not why they hate it.
I think it's also pretty funny that, and look, we are just yelling at your audience, but it's also us. So, like, if we're not yelling at you, we're yelling at each other.
Yeah.
So,
This is like the one topic where we don't yell at each other.
exactly.
Or we do, but
we're
it's like
in agreement.
it's
yeah.
okay. We're yelling, agreeing things.
But I
at
think
each
it's
other.
pretty funny that everybody's like, all right, Dusha, get ready. Here it is. Let me give you my big list. And they're like,
Unobtainium?
it's
Oh, yeah.
boring.
Yeah. Unobtainium, stupid.
It's like a lot of run up for these
Yeah.
responses,
Like-
but then they kind
You know
of.
what else is stupid? The term quantumania.
Yeah, dude.
Also, I saw someone somewhere, and it might have been you in the comments, Elliot. If it wasn't you, I'm sorry, but
I think it was Elliot.
Just throw him under the bus a
Defending
second time.
Quantumania.
they were like,
What?
I watched.
No, wait, what?
Yeah.
I think they were
sorry.
like Quantumania is.
I thought it was another dog shit opinion about Avatar, but they said
No. They compared Avatar to Quantumania.
They were like
and said
Quantumania is a
Quantumania
better
good.
movie. I think.
Okay, you
I think it
fucked
was
in the
Elliot.
head.
Yeah,
I
that's.
don't know. Maybe.
I don't.
And then we had our hero Alex in Elliot's post being like, "Hey, they counted all of these points in the episode where they asked you,
Yeah.
where they asked for this." And then Elliot fighting for their life. And Elliot, I admire this because this is just like, I hear you,
Yeah.
I'm not listening.
Yeah, truly in the spirit of the three of us. So you
Yeah.
got to give him props
Exactly.
for that.
Yeah, we see.
We see you. We see you.
And then Elliot's
Shut
like,
up! I'm not listening. We see you.
Elliot's like, yeah, they might bring it up in the episode in their opinion. For my money, their reasoning is flawed.
Yeah, fair enough.
Have we turned the table on nerds?
I don't
Sorry, no offense, nerds. Because, like, for the last 15 years, nerds have just been blasted with Blue Smurf movie, Dancing with Smurfs, South Park.
I don't know. I think it's like is South Park, because a lot of the talking points, it's like, oh, this is just a South Park episode, and like they just seem to grasp onto that.
Oh wait, I'm one back over. Fuck Avatar.
But like it's like, oh, you're just kind of reiterating like what they did, and like it's just there's no other new kind of opinions here. And like again, I always think about like Rogue One, a movie I fucking hate.
Yeah,
and. Jenny Nicholson does genuinely a wonderful video that is just puts everything very concisely, like a very good through line and everything else to be like why she hated it. And I'm like, yeah, I agree with them and even more so. Yeah. And it's always like, I don't want to like either reiterate my point because I'm like, honestly, just watch this video because they're so much more eloquent and thought out. And I want to, like, I was hoping that. Yeah, for Avatar, we're not getting that. No. So I'd love, if anyone has a video of someone that is like in the same vein of Jenny Nicholson talking about Rogue One, to be like, oh, this is why, like, point by point breakdown of like why this is a bad film and why I hate it. Yeah, I would love to watch that because I'm curious. Again, it's.
Well, what about this take from David Bird?
Yeah.
Sorry, I said your whole name. Sorry, but you're commenting on Facebook, so you're using it. There's a lot of talk about the boys hating when a movie doesn't look like a movie, and I think Avatar is the most. This movie doesn't look like a movie ever. Saying it looks like it was filmed in the volume would be an insult to the volume. If this movie was made in 2020, I'm accused of being AI. David.
You're a dumb cunt.
David. First of all, Way of the Water, made in 2023.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What the fuck are you saying?
Are you crazy?
Are you fucked?
Marvel movies are shot so flat that there's no depth in it. Everything looks like a TV show or it was fucking filmed on a phone. Yeah. Which is actually offensive to 28 years later, which was filmed on a phone and looks better. Yeah. Those are the movies that don't look like movies. Or when this, like, just like really rushed CGI. Avatar doesn't have those problems.
I think it's also really funny for people to criticize it by being like, oh, it's like a generic.
It looks good, but what else? Like, it's a visual medium.
Yeah, but also like it's funny when people are like, we've seen it before. It's generic when it's like one of the few franchises that is its own unique IP that is not based off like a pre-existing like comic or book or TV show or old movie. Like it is its own unique new thing.
Yeah, I remember, I think when we watched this, like the trailer of Way of Water, and Ethan, friend of the show, was here, and he works in like, visual effects, and he was just, he's like, what is this? Is that can't, no fucking way. Okay, like, he was beside himself.
He couldn't believe it.
Like how like, good it was.
This is very, 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 very unrelated to my feelings of Avatar.
Yeah.
But I know someone that did work on Way of Water. My defenses of Avatar doesn't come from this. I would tell he also worked on some Marvel movies, and I've said multiple times that I hate those movies. So like, this is not
influencing you.
Yeah.
But he was saying that like some of the amount of effects in that movie where he's like, I was so stressed working on this, not because they were putting me under the pump, but just seeing how many moving parts to every single scene there was. Yeah. He was like, it's crazy. He's like, a Marvel movie and whatever, they just put us under the crunch and everything's fucked. Where Avatar's like, take your time. We just need you to animate. This is going to be so deep in the distance, but there's also 25,000 other visual effects in this shot. Yeah. He was like, I've worked on a bunch of movies and Avatar, no one's doing it like Avatar. Also, Adrian has come to our defense. Yeah. And they don't like Avatar.
Yeah.
But the McDonald's thing is funny. They're like, I don't like the Avatar movies, but you're wrong, dog. And get ready for Steven to lose all of us big time in this.
Okay.
So you're wrong, dog. McDonald's is literally slop I don't consider food. The Avatar movies are put together so well, it's kind of mind-boggling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the characters of the story, but it's the best French fry that's ever been made. You couldn't make it any better. I'm just not interested in French fries. And then Steven, because they said at the start, you're wrong, dog.
Yeah.
Now, they didn't use the right "your," so Steven just replied correcting them.
Jesus. Steven!
And then Adrian didn't edit their comment and just said, I just woke up, I'll live with it. Adrian, you're the hero.
Yeah. Adrian, you get the opposite of a dunce hat.
Yeah. An inverse dunce hat.
An inverse dunce hat. Whereas,
like again, you don't have to like this movie. Like whatever, you don't have to like everything that's made. But I think a lot of the takes that I'm seeing feel extremely reactionary and confused.
Another thing that people keep saying is like, yeah, it looks the fucking best, but it needs more than that. No, like, yes, you can't just watch the most, but also like, it's a movie. It's a visual medium. If you make a movie that's the best looking movie of all time and your story is a 3 out of 5,
that's still pretty good.
Still
yeah,
very impressive.
Absolutely.
So like, it just. Why has Avatar hurt you? Is it because it dethroned your guy?
I don't know, dude.
Is it also maybe to do with like Avatar, the anime or manga, whatever, animated cartoon? I don't know.
Yeah. It's not actually an anime because it's made in.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Well, it's made by our boys Nickelodeon.
Who are making
you can watch it on Channel 10. Yeah.
Maybe is it that because they're like, you know, the series was so beloved and every time they try to do a live action or a movie,
I think
it becomes like almost like a hurtful thing.
Yeah. Well, God, the live action Avatar movie's awesome, dude.
Avatar aired from 2005 to 2008.
TV show so much.
So
no,
maybe.
It has a huge following and it has a huge like online, like a lot of people.
But I think a lot of this comes down to, I would imagine, is that
let's just check what The Last Airbender made compared to Avatar.
Last Airbender, dude, M. Night Shyamalan hates that TV show.
Well, that's what I mean. And like the fan reaction is like, this movie sucks. Why do we? And it's like, is part of it that?
I don't know.
It's so strange
I
to me.
think that a lot of it has to come from when the first one came out. There was a great deal of hype around it. You know, and like,
but it was a slow build.
Yeah, but there was still that hype around it, and I think people just don't like that. I think a viewing audience hates being told that something's going to be like. I think people get too tricked by it, maybe, that when they go, this movie's going to change your life, and then you watch it and you go, oh, that was like a pretty good action blockbuster with some interesting ideas. People are like, I've been lied to. So the movie's bad, and then you cement that opinion. And, you know, I saw a lot of people in their response, in their, you know, answering us being like, I've not seen The Way of Water because I hated Avatar so much.
Yeah.
And if you cement your opinion 14 years ago, of course you're not watching The Way of Water, and you're not rewatching Avatar. No. So, like, and again, you don't have to watch these movies, but nobody's opinion, nobody's take
is being like eye-opening.
Convinced me.
Well, because I just expected people to be like, hey, I don't like Avatar because, I don't know, can't get behind the all CGI thing. I like Batman because he's a real man and it's cool to watch a man punch another man. But instead people are like, it's actually the McDonald's of the... What are you saying?
There's no artifacts, dude. I can't ride a DeLorean in Avatar.
Yeah. But you can ride a mech. Bro. You can ride a whale.
I know what a mech is, though. It's not a
movie doesn't need artifacts. There are some of the...
Han Solo whip?
Well, it's because they're doing an Indiana Jones joke.
Oh, right.
Both of them Harrison Ford,
I get that now.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah.
Well,
what I also like is that there has been some comments, people being like, oh, because of our enthusiasm about Way of Water, they're like, well, we gave it a crack and fuck. Great film.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely loved it.
Like, I think Way of Water is better than Avatar 1.
100%.
I think that's fair to say.
Yeah, I agree.
100%.
But I still think Avatar 1 is a pretty good time.
Yeah, it's a pretty good time.
All right, let's close out with one more email that leave a good taste in our mouth.
Okay. Who would you kill first, Elliot or Steven?
One bullet, and I'm at the end, too. I got an extendo arm to do it. Okay, this is from Somwell. That's they say. Dear BS Boys, Joel Jackson and Zamet. My name is Samuel, pronounced Somwell. I have been listening to your pod for many years, and you boys have gotten me through good times and bad. I enjoy how much you guys despise Deadpool and Wolverine. I felt like I was in an island for not liking that movie until I heard you boys. I enjoy hearing how much of an idiot Jackson can be sometimes. It's okay, he's my Pookie. Definitely. Anyway, I'm writing to you guys this email to tell you about the Avatar movie series and why I like it so much. I went to see the first Avatar movie in the theater with my grandpa when I was 9 years old. We loved it. When The Way of Water came out in 2023, my grandpa took my brother and I to see it. He didn't like it as much, but we still had a good time. I think I liked Way of Water better. My grandpa passed away in August. We were looking forward to watching Avatar 3 with him. My brother and I vowed that we will shave our heads bald and wear his favorite pearl-button cowboy shirts when we go see Fire and Ash in the theater. He might not be there with us physically, but he will be with us in spirit. Thanks for everything, BS Boys. Okay. Love, Samuel. Congratulations on the baby, Zamet.
Oh, thank you.
Also, could you please send me a picture of the Avatar baby you guys have?
Of course.
We'll do our best.
I
think that's beautiful,
Yes, that is very
Somwell.
beautiful. Our condolences of the loss of your grandpa. But yeah, that's actually really sweet. And I love when people make traditions.
Yeah,
out
exactly.
Of,
Me too.
Like out of nothing, and it's just that's actually really sweet.
I
So
hope if
that's
when you
great.
do it, if you could send us a photo of you and your brother bald with pearl earrings. I mean, not pearl earrings, with pearl snap cowboy shirts.
Yeah.
That would be amazing. I would love to see that.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
That sounds like honestly, like that sounds like an incredible day with your brother. To
Yeah.
just
Sounds
enjoy
lovely.
a film.
Yeah. And hey, if you want to continue the conversation, you can email us at bsboyspod@gmail.com. Eventually, we will have to stop arguing with you about Avatar, but I'm not saying that's going to happen anytime soon.
Exactly.
So
Or
please.
go to the Facebook SANSPANTS Radio Stuff and Nonsense group and
Join the
join
conversation.
the argument there
Yeah.
if you'd like.
Exactly. And if you're on the fence, please watch Way of Water and then get back to us. Because that movie good.
Yeah.
That movie good.
Yeah. Well, on that note,
yeah.
I've been Joe.
I've been Jackson.
And I've also been Joel.
And this has been another episode of Baseless Speculation, and we will be in the BS Boys. Bagpuss bad, Avatar good. Fuck you.
Yeah!